When last we left off, you all had fought and puzzled your way into Cha Naugath, one of the 5 mysterious towers of twisted metal. You had inherited this mission from Sinvale, who had first appeared to you as an Adene woman who seemed to be involved with some sort of resistance movement, had ties to the criminal underground in the Sol Goldor city of Korai-Lizan. She turned out to be a dragon and saved all of your lives and passed her mission on to you. But she didn't really have time to clue you in on all the details. And so after taking vengeance upon the Scorpion King Mustafa, leader of the Chiseki Sarasi, and the douchebag whom you encountered at the very beginning of this campaign, you made your way back to the Oasis, the westernmost outpost of civilization, or permanent civilization in the desert, where you reunited with Anofjor, who had gone off on business of his own and gotten into deep shit with an Imperial Inquisitor. You rescued him, killed the Inquisitor, and encountered a scary and powerful being who called himself Navarre, who, as it turned out, was also Skravenok, the Lord of Worms, Shaper of Dragons, indirect creator of Dragonborn, such as Caladan. And he turned out to be kind of a dick, but nonetheless,
issues here.
Kind of gave you a bit more detail on the mission you were supposed to undertake. And to undertake this mission you did. You brought 2 crystal cores, one of them undamaged, one of them cracked, to the Tower of Chanagath, where you found the Faceless One. You did battle with its deadly servants. And ultimately activated an ancient and terrible device. You escaped the tower in time to bear witness to the sky itself being shattered. And then the upper part of the tower where you had installed the broken crystal core, that part also exploded, raining debris down around you. And you didn't die because Navarre went and cast a protective energy shield over you guys. But through that hole in the sky, something red and alien and somehow made of a cacophony of voices pushed these great tendrils of itself through this great wound. And with each new intrusion, the world itself seemed to shudder, as if in revulsion. Amidst this chaos, and kind of in the aftermath of your climactic battle, and with basically an apocalypse raging around you, you received mighty rewards from Navarre. He did offer you guys the choice to enter the service of the Vrasi full-time, and while some of you were on board to take up that role, some of you were not. And so, unable to reach a consensus, you ultimately decided to decline Navarre's offer, for the time being, and set out for the distant Tower of Vovar, in hopes of finding perhaps answers. In hopes perhaps of finding allies, because you had learned that the being that Lyle considered its master might reside there. And perhaps there you might find a way to undo this breaking of the sky that you unwittingly contributed to. So, when we hop back into the action, we're going to hop in just moments after we left off, where You've received your various rewards from Navarre. He spread his spectral draconic wings and then faded from view. The stuff coming out of the Great Wound in the sky is still coming out of the Great Wound in the sky. Debris from the upper half of the tower continues to rain down sporadically around you. Any magical protection that Navarre has had previously afforded you during your conversation has faded. The tendrils cause almost an immediate headache to look at directly, and if any of you chance to look at the Great Wound in the sky, it causes significant psychic pain, as Malik knows from last time. Looking into it for a long time causes no small amount of psychic damage. But these great red tendrils continue to branch out from this wound in the sky like some great fungus or metastasizing tumor. Jagged, smoking debris lies scattered about you in the inner perimeter within the lightning fields about the base of the Tower of Chanagath. So, at this point, I'm going to bring it back in, and I'm going to ask you, what do you guys want to do?
Is Lyle conscious? Does he still have power?
So at the conclusion of the fight in the heart of the tower, he ran out of power and is back in the bag.
We need to get him out of here and get ourselves out of here. He has more answers for us.
Well, we need to go southwest, because didn't we say we want to go to Vol?
Yeah. Yeah, heck, you have any more fly spells in you? Get us across these sands with all of the, fucking worms in them.
Interestingly, now that you mention it, in this bag of holding, we've had this scroll this whole time.
Wait. What?
Yeah, no, we've had a, I don't even know where to find what this is.
The Scroll of Teleport.
Well, we've had a scroll of teleport with us this whole time.
Wait. What?
You're
Luckily, we saved it for an occasion as dire as this.
You're kidding, right?
That shit's really fucked up, so you know it doesn't always work.
Well, I mean, if we're heading, to the next tower, we maybe don't want to go that far and use a scroll of teleport.
Wait, so are you guys joining us going to the tower?
The world is falling around us.
We should probably start moving.
This is probably the time to use it.
I agree. The time to use it is now.
I'm looking at
Bobada?
Navjor, Malik, and Yahek suspiciously. Are you guys joining us to go to
Are we
Vovar?
standing across from each other
Oh, it's
like an
Vovar?
Well, we are the Skybreakers now, so there's not much separating us, is there?
You know why we're... You know what, sure, let's just go to Vovar, it's fine.
Let's go talk there.
Yeah, sure.
Who has my leg?
Funny enough,
As
I
stand
feel like
up on my
I
fucking
have it.
spider dragon wings.
Yeah, I think we gave it to Forge for, cleric keeping.
Ooh.
I feel like this isn't a quick fix, and I don't know why it doesn't hurt.
You know, that feels like a long time ago. I don't even remember how we fixed it.
I mean,
As I was saying to the dungeon master god in the sky, through the wonders of D&D, I have full health and no leg.
You have a unique physiology.
funny enough, there's no arteries that go through the leg.
There's one really fucking important one.
Not anymore.
The other leg, not the leg that you lost.
It's fine. It moves to the other leg.
I feel like there's a bunch of wonderful things that we need to talk about, that I feel like we need to talk about, not here.
yeah, preferably getting crushed by rocks is not.
And then I use the spell scroll to take us to Vovar.
Hang on.
Not how it
Right?
works. Not how
Hang
it
on.
works.
Alright, I'm hanging on. Sorry.
Hold on, let me
It's a
I
level
said I'm
7
raring.
spell, right?
I said
He's fucking raring, guys.
I'm raring.
Okay, yeah.
So, hang on. So, you retrieve the scroll of teleport from Bag of Holding. It is not a spell on the Warlock spell list, and it is a higher level than you are currently able to cast. So I need you to make an Arcana check at disadvantage to see if you are even able to decipher how to cast this spell.
I feel
Can
personally
I?
attacked.
You know, I wouldn't be able to help him.
Wait, I cast. Oh, I'm a rogue.
I guess.
Would I have knowledge of that? Can I ask anyone else to help me?
As an arcane spellcaster, can I attempt to help him?
You are in the same boat in that it's not a spell you would normally be able to cast, and is one that is higher than you can. So
Of course.
you can't read the scroll any better than he can.
Okay,
Since
so
I'm a half caster, can I impose super disadvantage
what?
by confusing him?
What?
Shut up, Oswald.
Why would you do that? So you said it was an Arcana.
And anyone with proficiency in Arcana.
Acrobatics. Oh.
Proficiency in Arcana may attempt to aid him.
I'm proficient in Arcana.
I know you are, and nonetheless you're at disadvantage.
Well, what am I?
I'll attempt to aid him.
Okay. So you look at the scroll, and at first it seems like gibberish. Yahek, go ahead and roll a Arcana check at not disadvantage.
Oh, I'm not in chat. I can't see what I rolled.
The 7. You have no idea how you're supposed to execute this magic.
Does that mean the scroll's used?
No, you just have no idea how to cast it.
Perfect.
Like, the scroll still exists,
Well,
and you don't even know how to begin.
And it's a 7th level spell, so...
Nothing's happening.
Wait,
Yahek.
hey guys, question. Do you remember that really smart lady who just appeared out of nowhere a while back?
Yeah. Wait, what?
The lady
Yes.
who was trapped on the.
Yeah. That wasn't too far back, was it? I don't remember.
I don't
That
feel
was
like we
a couple-
should go
a couple-
back that
we
way.
are
I
to
feel
the-
like we should go to the other tower and probably get out of the falling debris.
I feel like we should go to the fallen debris and the world collapsing.
Yeah.
DM,
Well,
where are we or relative to the maze that we went through? Are we on the outside of it? Are we...
You know, so the tower sits
Yeah.
kind of in the center of the maze.
Yeah.
There's maybe a quarter-mile perimeter of unbroken sand around the base of the tower. And then the lightning fields stretch beyond that.
But
So
the
you're
tower's destroyed,
inside.
right?
Yeah, the top of the tower that was shooting lightning done gone blown up, so...
Can we go to the edge of the lightning field, and can you remind me, if we threw Caladan's sword, it got burst by lightning, right?
Yes.
Hey, Caladan,
Yeah.
throw your sword into the lightning field.
Okay. Are we gonna forget all of the fucking worms that were sandblasting their way throughout all the air that we flew over? Because that was the whole, point of the fly spell before.
Yeah, I don't remember where we are.
All right. Am I close
Okay.
enough to the
Yeah,
field?
so, okay, so, just to refresh your memories, and potentially before you go and walk to the edge of the inner perimeter, yeah, when you first crossed the lightning fields,
Yes.
there were, it seemed like several enormous worms circling the tower just under
I
the
do
sand.
recall this.
And in order to avoid attracting their attention, you flew over them. As you guys stand close to the base of the tower, anyone who would like to, go ahead and make a perception check to see if they're still doing this.
Perception?
Perception.
Guys, I don't have a -1.
Ooh, natural 20.
Okay.
Way to start
Worse
things
than a
off,
natural
buddy.
20.
Well done. First roll.
Second roll. Technically.
Okay, so you guys look out, and you can see between you and the edge of the lightning fields, exactly where you are, there is currently no worm sign. But as you cast your gaze about, there are still, these moving hissing mounds of sand. But whereas before, when you first crossed, their pattern was like in a regular circle at like fairly even intervals, the movements are now chaotic, sporadic. Sometimes you see like Malik, you see catching in the corner of your eye to your left this like what you would take to be the sign of worm, just like going in like crazy figure eight patterns. You look to the right, there's a worm actually bursts from the sand and roars. And you see that this worm is much larger than the worm you encountered in Soraya. It appears to have purple scales as opposed to blue, and no obvious eyes.
Was this also the one that tried to eat me before while we were trying to get there?
It looks significantly larger.
Than the one that tried to eat me in one bite.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
It just roars into the sky at nothing in particular, and then dives back into the sand.
Okay. So yeah.
Anybody fly? Anybody?
I can't fly, but there's worms all over the place. There's no worms in between us and the tower. We probably shouldn't go that way, though.
I can stab things.
I believe I can fly.
I'm a football.
These eyes
You have
are
a wonderful,
pretty keen.
wonderful singing voice, but can you make us fly again?
Yeah, okay, but so what
To
are we doing with that?
To Vovar.
We're trying to get away from this tower to go
Yes,
towards
and then we can
Vovar.
make plans after we get away from these worms and are being crushed.
Okay, there was
I
that
don't
one.
think I can
place
cast
we
fly on
took-
that many people.
We took a
took
short
shelter,
rest.
Dad.
We took a short rest and warlocks regained their spells. You should have them
You-
again.
So
you
what?
and I have our spells back.
I shouldn't be able to cast fly at that high a level, should I?
So you have 5th level spell slots, and when you cast a fly at 5th level, you can cast it on 3 creatures.
Yeah, and I think
we were
it
like
worked.
in each other's arms.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
So you
forgot.
can, you can cast fly on 3 people, and then presumably those 3 people could carry the ones who are not flying.
Yeah.
I think we had done like Forge, Malik, and
Yes.
Kaladin?
Caladan.
Paladin, I guess, and
Yeah,
I will say that I wasn't enforcing this before, but just so things don't get too silly, if you have fly cast on you and you're carrying somebody who isn't Oswald, you move at half speed. So
yeah.
Makes sense.
So
What about if I'm holding Kaladin?
I'm just
You
going to
move
point
at
this
half
out
speed.
there.
Point this out.
Kaladin does not look as strong as before, but he looks much more lithe and a bit more wiry. So
He's
I don't
also
see that as an issue for me.
missing a
I mean,
leg.
counts.
Malik
He's
still looks
like-
like he got the shit beat out of him.
I mean, he's also still missing a fucking leg, so there's that. But
You're
But
lightweight.
yeah, kind of like in the same like process and moment where these springs or wings sprouted from Caladan's back, like there was a subtle change in his physiology.
Unless we want to go on Kaladin's diet plan, can we get the fuck out? Can you cast fly already?
Yeah.
And I hop into Forge's arms if they're open. Otherwise, I just fall in the sand.
Okay, so how many times am I casting this?
One.
Oh. If you cast
Just
it
one?
once, you can cast it with 1 spell slot on 3.
Oh, up to okay. All right. Consider me having
So-
casted.
Okay.
Are you casting fly?
I have casted fly.
Roll a d20 for me.
Oh no.
oh no,
We're still in the desert.
What does that matter?
It
You don't
affects
remember?
spells,
Magic
right?
works super weird.
Okay, so you go to cast fly, and you draw upon the well of power that Skravenok has granted you, and you feel the power pass through you, and nothing happens.
Is the spell slot used?
The spell slot is used.
Yeah, heck. We going?
Can I use another one?
You can try again.
I would like to do that.
Go for it.
Wait,
Wait.
just real quick. I
Real
didn't know
quick.
that spell didn't work, right? Can I like dig my heels into Kaladin and be like, "Giddy up"?
Yes.
wait, why do I feel that but not the leg? Oh god. Also, by the way, so you hopped up. I am like Doc ocking it with my wings right now.
Creepy.
Or like Magda from Diablo 3, just walking around on the wings.
Just like This is weird. This is really weird.
Hello,
Your ankles aren't
Kilo.
helping. This is really weird.
Yeah, heck.
I'm gonna cast it again, guys. I'm gonna cast that.
Roll another d20.
Casting that MF again.
Let me check my notes on how exactly this works.
Oh, yeah.
If you could see my face.
They cast polymorph instead.
That's the other campaign.
Your old third scene. Baby Yoda stumbles through the tunnel.
Oh, fucking hate it.
Okay.
Stop touching that.
So, you go to cast it,
Oh,
and you feel the power again pulse through you. And who are you trying to cast Fly on again?
It was Malik, I believe.
Okay.
And
Malik.
Forge,
Forge and...
myself.
Okay.
What?
I'm sorry, was it? Oh, sorry, Caladan, right?
whatever you want.
Malik, Forge,
Almost
whatever you
forgot.
want. Who are you trying to cast it on this time?
Malik and Forge and Caladan.
Okay, roll a d6.
Why is this process so?
No!
Okay, so the spell only takes effect on Caladan.
Yeah, Caldo, let's go.
Guys, I'm sorry
Heck?
that I'm having a moment of impotence, but
I grab onto
Uh,
Kaladin. one leg.
Interesting.
Ow, ow, ow.
And with
I don't have
with each
claws.
of these attempted spell castings, you just feel like this terrible, like buzzing, whispering sound, kind of like suddenly like the chaos around you just like pierces into your mind and like just makes it really hard to focus on the spell casting.
Fuck is going on?
Can I
Oswald.
think in this situation?
Can you what?
Can I focus with all the whispering and stuff that's going on?
Make an...
No, I'm just wondering if because I forgot that we were right underneath that.
No, yeah, you totally are. I'd say make an insight check.
Fuck.
We did kill this guy for you.
That is a 13 plus 15.
15? There's a lot of noise going on right now. In fact, there's like a rushing wind kind of like in an upwards direction. There's like secondary explosions happening above. There's the impacts of things raining down kind of in the general vicinity. There's these worms roaring all about. There's just the gibberish of whatever these voices are. And there's a moment where you can understand them. Like, you can make out individual words, but no cohesive meaning.
Can we get out of here, please?
Where was the next tower, Oswald?
Which direction?
South,
I
west.
start running that way.
Wait,
Can we
wait, can I try and cast?
can we just
No.
have Caladan ferry all of us over?
With that natural 20 perception check, was there anything south of us?
I mean, so the tower sits in the center of basically like the circular inner perimeter and then the circular lightning field. So the scene is more or less the same in any direction.
I'm saying with like in regards to the worms, were there worms in between us and the route to the tower? Not the not the tower we're at, the tower we're going to. Vovar.
I mean, the distance you have to travel to Vovar is huge compared to any direction that you take across, like this inner perimeter and the lightning fields. So you can pick a direction that you want to travel in that you didn't see a worm if you want.
That would be the idea. And then as I start going that way, I'm gonna be like, they're probably too busy with the falling debris. We need to make our move now.
I pick up Oswald in my hands and I look around at the rest of the group.
I'm following him.
I sling Kaladin's leg over my shoulder. I'm ready to go when you are.
Yeah, heck, did you want to do anything else? I think we have to move.
I don't think I can do anything else, so we should go.
Alright, I'm gonna coast 20 feet off the ground, cradling Oswald as best I can.
Okay. As
My
you begin
hands
to
are
move,
just, like,
you hear
rubbing
the loud. First you feel through the ground like a, and then a split second later you hear a particularly large explosion from above and behind you. Forge, Nofjar, you glance up at this noise and see there's a cloud of debris raining down towards you. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
If I'm being cradled by Kaladin,
You're just going to get whatever he gets.
okay.
Good.
We all make the deck save.
Natural 20!
Alrighty.
Boy, I hope I roll better than I have been. Alright, take 12. I'm rolling physical die from now on.
Good.
Dude, it's
Die.
Goblin Brain Man, click clack, plastic shiny.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck this.
Alrighty. So, everyone except Malik succeeds.
Keck.
Okay, so Malik, you suffer 10 bludgeoning damage as like a piece of shrapnel just falls out of the sky and smashes into your shoulder. The armor deflects the worst of it, but it's still like a big ow.
Oh, motherfucker!
Everyone else except for Nofjor takes 5 bludgeoning damage as little shards of metal just pulse you.
I quickly dab my hands in front of me so it doesn't hit me.
Indeed. And then, as you recover from this, a much larger hunk of debris, just maybe 20 feet in front of you, lands face down in the sand.
Oh boy.
It is a kind of like long, dark, rectangular object, maybe 20 feet in length and maybe 10 feet wide, that just kind of crashes into the ground in front of you and
Oh god.
makes this huge thud.
Just keep running around it.
Don't hesitate!
Keep running. Forge, I'm kind of hurting over here.
Yes, you are.
This has been entered into the logs.
And as you run around this obstacle, Forge, go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. And is anyone wearing the key right now?
The key?
The little triangular thing?
I thought.
Triangular
No, I thought.
Wasn't that Malik?
No, I thought the dude took it.
No, because I gave that to the faceless one. It passed through his hand.
Oh no! Then it fell into the bottom, and I don't think anybody grabbed it after.
No, we
you
didn't
guys
grab it.
found it because you put it on Offshore, and Offshore said the thing that actually
Oh
acted.
no! So Nofjar would have it.
I have it.
Are you still wearing it?
Wearing it?
Yeah.
I don't know, it was something I wore.
It's something you
It's
kind of
something
like
you gotta-
stick on the side of your head.
It was like a
So,
scouter.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, it was the scouter.
Yeah.
Yes. Then
Okay.
I am.
Make a perception check.
Good. I have good expertise. Natural
rolled-
20?
Natural 20.
Two?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, can you stop, please?
I'm expertise in it too, so.
Okay, so as you run past this object, Forge, in part because of your restored memories, you recognize this thing. You recognize it as what you knew as a skimmer. It is essentially a hovering and fairly fast vehicle that you made use of on a number of occasions. And offshore, as you run past this, like kind of in this like overlay on your vision, you see a bunch of kind of lights and like strings of characters and diagrams start to outline this thing.
Everyone, think we found our saving grace. My
It's
head
just a
towards.
piece of. It's a hunk of junk. What are you talking about?
I'm still running.
Don't
It's a
talk
Tesla
about
truck.
enough like that.
I look bewildered and I unconsciously flap my non-useful wings and.
You certainly look intimidating.
It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle. We can
Yes.
use this.
You don't know it's a vehicle. You
Oh,
just know.
shit.
You just know it like a bunch of things light up around it.
It's fancy as fuck.
All right, everyone.
And
is
Malik, you notice that the worm you had like noticed going in circles off maybe a couple hundred feet to the left is now beginning to move towards you.
Guys.
How
Mel,
far
give
away?
me a
How
hand.
far away is it?
It's maybe like 200 or 300 feet away.
Okay.
Um,
See, Alex,
Is-
you and I stand here and watch it. You let me know when it gets close.
this fucker.
It's not taking a direct path towards you, but it's kind of starting to like do these S shapes in your general direction.
Okay, Malik, you let me know when it gets close. I'm taking Oswald onto that weird thing.
I'll do what I can.
I hop in and try to figure.
Okay, so the thing is not right side up.
Okay.
With your recognition of the thing, you realize that it is basically dispersed into the ground, and all the parts you would need to access to operate it are buried in the sand right now.
I need a hand here. I need to pull this thing out of the grounds.
Malik.
Do you want me to watch the worm, or
Go help him. I'll keep Oswald with me.
if it gets close, do something, throw something other than
I have-
opposite
I have-
direction?
I have a plan. Do you trust me, Malik?
Sure. And I
Is
run
it
over
funny
to
how you
the.
asked that?
I run
Okay.
over to the hunk of whatever.
Okay, I mean the thing is very large, right? It's like 20 feet. The thing is 20 feet long, and maybe like the first 10 feet of it are buried in the ground, and it's 10 feet wide.
Fuck, I got nothing.
Just real quick, can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Then I can be in Discord while walking her. I have my
Great.
headphones in.
Oswald, do you want to be with me or do you want to be with them?
Do you mean flying versus
you wanna be flying in my
fighting
arms or
that big
helping
worm thing?
Move sand shit. What do you want? What do you want?
I'm with you.
Okay, help me look to see when this worm gets close. I can see, but I can't see great.
As
I'll help
we're jostling this thing around, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy to cause tremors in the ground to maybe loosen up some of the sand as we're pushing.
Okay. So you and Malik are trying to like right the thing.
Yeah.
You can either make separate strength checks, or one of you can make it with advantage.
I'll
Say
let
that's
defer to
thaumaturgy
Malik.
going to be.
I mean, I'm gonna roll for my strength because I'm strong.
All right. So make a strength check, make a strength check with advantage.
I cast help on him. Or I say you can do it.
That doesn't help in this case, but you can certainly motivate him.
Oh,
Would it be
God.
strength or athletics?
This is just like pure strength. Of
Pure, like just like bicep
trying
curl.
to like haul
Curls.
this heavy ass thing out of the sand.
He's trying to do a squat right now.
Oh God, how do I use these arms?
You have to have blonde hair. Blonde hair.
Let's see, what is it? The strength check
With advantage,
with advantage.
as Forge with his
22.
own. Okay.
Oh.
So you guys are able to kind of like each take a side, grab onto the top of the thing, and start basically torquing it down. The thaumaturgy loosening the sand enough that you're able to get it maybe like 45 degrees, but the front and like functional half of it is still buried in the sand.
Does it look like we could get to the top of that 45-degree angle and like leverage it, like hang off of it and
Yeah,
enough
potentially.
weight?
Yeah,
How
like
far
you
away is the worm?
could easily jump up and grab it because the back end of the thing is maybe like 7 feet above the ground now.
How far away
I'm
is
gonna.
The worm has moved 60 feet closer to you.
So it's 240 feet away or it's 140 feet away?
It's 240 feet away.
240 feet away. Okay.
Grab the edge of this thing and pull it down.
I jump up and grab.
We all do, I guess.
While they're planning to pull it down, I'll continue to try and jostle it.
Okay. Make another strength check with advantage.
Oh god.
My butthole's puckered. I know I'm back in this campaign.
Super Marine, man.
Oh, not good, my guys. 9.
9. Okay, even with everybody hang on it, it's gotten lodged on something, or just the sand is
It's not
dense, or something about it doesn't move.
Exceed, do you have any spell slots?
Nope.
Caladan, Oswald, you see the
Malik.
worm suddenly kind of surge towards you another 90 feet.
Malik, try again. Can I cast
So
guidance?
how close is it?
It is now 150 feet away.
Oswald, do we stay here? I can maybe try to slow it down, but I have to move further away from everyone else.
How about we... So, is it north of us?
Yeah.
It is to your left.
It's to our
Going
left? So how about
southwest.
we go...
Fuck.
I don't know
So
which
how
way
about
you're
we
facing
go-
right now, it kind of doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well, I'm just wondering, so we're trying to go south right now, right? That's the way we were running?
Yeah, and they're good.
I'll
And-
say you've basically exited out the south side of the tower. The worm is to your west. Or
To
east.
my west? Okay. So
East.
how about we go... how about we go north, like 60 feet, and we attack the ground?
If it's within 90 feet of me, I can do something. I can slow it down.
Okay, so how about we go like 30 feet? I just... What if we can try to change its angle for a little
Okay,
bit?
so you got it. I fly 30
Oh, wait,
feet
how about-
in a diagonal
How
angle.
about this?
I'm flying 30
Alan
feet
flew already.
in a diagonal angle.
And then can I Eldritch Blast the
So-
ground?
Hang on.
Okay.
Since the distances and position on this are about to matter quite a bit, I'm gonna move you over to a map.
Yay!
Okay. We're gonna have to... I don't have Roll20, I only have Discord on my phone, so...
No worries. Caladan will be your eyes.
Perfect.
Okay, so just give me 1 sec to move you guys over properly. Again, position you appropriately.
My heart is legitimately beating right now.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
I'm worried about how I,
I mean,
smell with the sweat
Paladin's
produced.
isn't, but I hope Breezy's heart is beating.
Okay.
Caladan's
Oh.
heart has beat once so far.
So you guys, amongst this like field of debris and scorched earth, are over here by this thing that's half buried in the sand. So I will shrink it a little bit to represent it being at an angle. Yahik, Noftor, Forge, and Malik are busy trying to get this thing out of the sand. Caladan, you are flying a little bit above. Currently, you cannot see the worm itself, but you can see the moving mound of sand
The
that marks
tremors
its
of it.
passage. And it is about 150 feet out now. Right about there.
Okay. I'm gonna fly.
There's also a big tendril of red energy and
Oh, hi.
impacting
Oh
the
my
ground over
gosh.
there.
That's amazing and terrifying. We're all gonna die.
Woo! Like, from zoom out, it looks insane.
That's because it is!
So if I only fly 30 feet. Alright, if I fly 30 feet, and if you can get him to come closer at a different angle, I can hold him in place, maybe.
Okay, so...
But he
I'm
needs
gonna-
to be within 90 feet of me.
Well, I mean, if it's further away from us, we can just wait until it gets closer if it comes.
That's what I've been asking you.
So, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the ground about, I don't know, 70 feet north of us.
Okay, so kind of back towards the tower.
60 feet. Yeah, so like further away from the people.
I guess I should move myself those 30 feet I said I was going to.
Okay, so go ahead and move yourself to wherever you'd like.
So
Right
60
there.
feet, I guess, north.
Okay, so kind of trying to like drive it off to the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you fire your Eldritch Blast. What do your Eldritch Blast look like nowadays?
Oh, shit. Let's go with, they have sort of like a black beam with sort of like a red interior, so that if you're looking at it from the side, it's just black. But if you're getting attacked by it, you see just a red dot coming at you in the pitch blackness.
Alright. Kind of getting the Wizard Archon from Diablo 3 disintegration beam vibes.
Good one.
I don't remember it, but I'm just going to agree with you.
Alright, well, anyway, okay, so these two, like, black and red, or for most of you, just black bursts of energy streak forth from Oswald's outstretched hand and impact the ground up here. Just go ahead and roll damage to see how loud these are compared to all the other noise going on.
Can someone roll 2d10 for me and add absolutely nothing?
I got you. Hold on.
Click clack. Let's hear that plastic.
Oh, not bad. I rolled a 7 and a 6.
Okay.
Awesome, so 13.
So with two satisfying, seems like the worm that is approaching you kind of turns in that direction slightly, and moves about 20 feet towards the sound of that noise.
Is it still underground?
It is still underground.
I need you to get it above ground, Oswald.
Listen, I don't really... You look at me and my armor is healing my cuts, but I'm just all sorts of bloody right now.
Shoot that area again. Shoot it again.
Kaladin, you and
I'll shoot
Oswald
it
can
as
now...
many times as I can.
You two can now hear the rushing sound of this thing's movement.
Okay.
Alright, so, as you fire off another Eldritch Blast, those of you guys trying to get the vehicle out of the ground, go ahead.
I cast guidance on Malik.
Okay.
So
Try again.
I want to change what I'm doing.
Alright, what are you doing?
I want to pivot around and see if I can try and decipher what the controls are while they're pulling it.
Okay, as you like pivot around, just make an investigation check.
Okay. I don't want to waste no time here.
With advantage.
Oh, I don't need it, but let's see what I
Well, you
got.
have it anyway.
Can I tell him how to
Wow,
control
must be
it?
great.
These rolls are insane. That's a 20.
20. Okay, so although you don't know exactly what the heads-up display from the key is telling you, there is a mix of like status indicators that you're able to discern, like, are a mix of like, this thing's working, this thing isn't, and you can see basically the thing is directing your attention towards something that is still buried in the front end of the vehicle.
Does it come with heated seats?
There are no seats. It basically the backside of this thing that's sticking out of the ground is just like a big, almost like pickup truck bed.
Oh,
It
so
is
it's
a Tesla
truck-like. It is. It's the wrong.
It's basically a Tesla truck. That flies.
The worm has giant metal balls.
It does.
No, that's more than you got.
So as you make that check, who's still trying to get the thing out of the ground? So Forge, you're casting guidance on Malik?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, heck, what are you doing to contribute to this effort? Or are you doing something else?
I'm scrambling to lift this thing still.
Okay.
All my might.
Alright, so Malik, make a strength check with advantage and guidance.
What does guidance do?
Adds a d4.
Doesn't remember how to DM my ass.
Actually, can I use Mage Hand to try and?
Mage Hand has a very limited strength, so you'd be better off just using your own.
D4.
Oh, more than 10 pounds. Yeah, should be.
I mean, if you have any spicier spell, like a Bigsby's hand or something,
Here.
that would help. But
You can hold Kaladin's leg.
I like Mage.
I want that back eventually.
Well, you can't say I didn't try.
okay, sorry. So Malik, what was your roll?
So you hear Malik scream, "Come on, you fucking stupid monkey, pull!" And 25.
25. Okay. With that, the thing. The back end crashes onto the ground, and the front end out of the sand. Still has a bunch of sand on it, but Nofjor, you like the HUD of the key is kind of directing your attention to it. What is fairly obviously some sort of well, not obvious to you, but obvious to Forge, some sort of panel.
Okay.
Let's
It's up! It's up! It's
Let's
up!
Drax them.
Okay, so Kaladin, could you roll more damage for Oswald's Eldritch Blasts?
Of course I can. 10 total.
10? Okay.
7 and a 3.
So one of the Eldritch Blasts kind of like smacks into this boulder, and just kind of like splinters a bunch of shards off, but doesn't make a huge noise. The other kind of thumps into the sand with a dull thud. But the noise of the big heavy vehicle thing crashing into the sand was louder and advances toward you guys.
Fuck. And we still can't see it?
It is still underground.
Fuck.
It advances to about there, so it's almost directly under you.
Fuck it. I shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts right in front of me. Right in front of it.
Alright, roll damage.
Fucking! I rolled 2 1s. So that's
Okay,
a total. That's a total of 10.
Okay.
Wait, that is actually hex the ground.
I don't have hex.
Okay,
It's Hexblade's Curse. And Hexblade's Curse doesn't work on the ground.
damn it.
Alright, so these two streams of you begin to like summon these streams of superheated like metal from your hand. And basically as you do, like another tiny little bit of shrapnel just like impacts the armor on your arm, and the blasts go off, but just kind of impact the sand only lightly and does not seem to distract them.
I scream out, "Heads up!"
Okay. So at this point, I'll say everyone can take basically one more action before we see what the worm does.
I am going to scramble on top of this thing.
Okay. Which is now right side up, so now it goes back to its normal length.
I jump up and try to remember how to make it move.
Okay, make an intelligence check. With your proficiency.
That's 4 right now.
Oh, what? Yeah,
Oh, got it. 9.
You got many memories back, but how to work one of these things is not something you can currently pull out. You don't know. What is everyone else doing?
I'm casting Minor Illusion to make myself look like a piece of debris.
So Yahek kind of crouches down, and like a box just kind of appears where he was.
It's fucking Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Got him!
Oh, go ahead.
Can I... Let's see.
The worm is almost directly under you and is advancing directly towards the rest of the party that has managed to get this vehicle out of the sand.
Can I, blast 2 Eldritch Blasts on the ground beneath me while... Crap, I had something else I wanted to yell at the people. I don't remember. Fuck it. Just Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, roll your damage.
Crazy.
I got you. I rolled a 10 and a 1.
Okay. Because it might matter, Kaladin, are you doing the same?
No, would you like to know what I'm doing?
Yes.
I would like to, after he shoots these off, I would like to fly both of us down to the ground, and then cast Thunderstep and instantly teleport both of us back 30 feet in the air.
Okay. And before we resolve all that, Novjor, what are you doing?
So, sorry, the status of the vehicle is flipped?
Yeah, it is now right side up.
Okay.
You can see the heads-up display directing your attention towards this control panel.
Right.
You see Forge like hop over the side and like look at it for a second. He just doesn't know how to activate it.
Okay. Failing to find the Bluetooth controls, I'd like to turn it on.
Okay,
get it started.
You can make an intelligence check with advantage, but without proficiency.
Can I yell to them, push a button?
You sure
That
can.
was Very
That's it, just push a random button.
Dude, these rolls are sick!
Oh my god.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm on fucking fire right now. 18.
18. Okay. So although you have no idea what the various symbols mean, like basically you're able to discern that it's kind of like there's basically like an arrow in the middle of your field of vision pointing to a particular sequence of buttons and one little lever, which, just trusting to instinct, you throw in the order the little arrow indicates, and there's a and the thing begins to slowly rise off the ground.
Yes, okay, that's what I was about to ask next. Thank you. Oh, thank God.
Okay. So as Oswald's two Eldritch blasts into the ground, it doesn't seem to deter the worm from advancing forward. So as it passes right under you, Caladan, you fly down, and
I fly down, cast Thunderstep, and teleport the two of us, assuming Oswald is willing, 30 feet back up into the air.
you're going 30 feet back up into the air or back to the party?
Let's see. We're gonna go 50. We're gonna go back to the party because if it's been 90 feet, I should be able to get back.
It is. You're like 65, 70 feet away. So
Okay, then I will teleport us both back there after cast with Thunderstep.
okay, so you fly down, so you're almost right on top of this worm sign, and you this wave of concussive energy emerges from where you and Oswald disappeared from.
Does it take any damage?
It sure does need to make a Constitution saving throw.
It sure does.
Which it's pretty damn good at. What's your DC?
Only plus 18.
It's a measly 16.
Okay, so well, actually, let me double check a thing. Check if it has proficiency. Okay, yeah. It takes half damage, but roll damage anyway.
I kind of figured anything worm-like probably has proficiency in Constitution.
Funnily enough, actually has proficiency in intelligence and charisma as well.
It's a smart
Crazy.
Not bad, actually. 29 thunder damage.
29 thunder damage. Alright, so it suffers 14, and the wave of, or the shockwave of the air actually blows the sand off of its top, so you can now see, not 60 feet away from the vehicle on which you have congregated, an enormous purple worm that has taken 14 thunder damage. And that definitely gets its attention. It sticks its enormous, or it raises its enormous, eyeless, many-toothed maw above the sand and just at you. You guys can feel the heat and the wind of its roar. It seems mad.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
No!
Oh,
I'm dead inside.
boy.
That was cocked.
Boy.
Oh,
I have a plus to initiative now that I've never had before.
Can you guys give me
Yeah,
like
it's-
3 minutes?
Mine is higher than I remember.
We got a
Plus
9.
1. 9, boys.
Hold on.
After doesn't get 2 turns. What? I had to use the initiative order twice because I was dumb.
Oswald, do you want me to roll for you, or are you...
Alright, you should If you can see your initiative, go ahead and put it in. If
I'll
not,
put it
just
in.
put it in chat.
Guys, I'm fucking excited to be back.
My palms are sweaty.
Right back into the shitstorm!
Guys, it's only been an hour. And I feel like it's been 3.
I feel like it's been nothing.
So it's not a blimp campaign if something doesn't try to eat us. So
True.
Kinky.
Didn't know you were into that.
Kinky. He's a voyeuristic warforged.
yeah,
Boy.
You said initiative?
Yes, please.
Hold
big
on.
in my
Yes,
culture.
Oswald, do you want
21.
Damn, son.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. Is Oswald +5? Yeah, 21. Just give me a second. I'm literally almost done. I just have to unclip the harness.
Yeah, no worries. I've still got to roll for this worm. Which actually did pretty well.
Says,
Rip party.
Except it has a -2, so not that well.
Hey!
So it goes last.
Hey!
Well, since Oswald's at the top of the initiative order, and he needs a moment, I guess I can change up
just
the...
skip my turn for now. It's fine.
Alright, well,
You got
we'll just throw your turn back in whenever you're available. So, Caladan, you and Oswald have teleported onto the bed of this weird-looking metal thing. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna look at this thing, and as I try to steady myself with my weird, stupid Doc Ock Kerrigan wings, I'm gonna look at the thing, and in Primordial, I'm just gonna utter the word "stay," and I'm going to cast Hold Monster on it.
Oh yes. You
Alrighty.
cast the right one too. I was like, don't do hold person, please.
This is not a humanoid by any stretch. Alright.
Hey,
This is
he
not-
could
this is not
identify
big.
as a person.
This is not baby's first.
Its intelligence
Caladan.
is 1. It doesn't identify as anything. What's your DC?
16 Wisdom saving throw.
Unfortunately, it rolled a natural 16 plus 4.
It has a +4 Wisdom.
It's a worm.
Wow.
It's because it's so fucking dumb.
What?
It's like hard for like the psychic magic to like try
Oh.
to grasp on its tiny mind.
Ah.
The spell has no effect.
He didn't
That's
understand
reasonable.
stay.
Maybe it'll like Zatar.
Caladan just shrinks like 2 inches.
I also need you to roll a charisma saving.
Yes. Saving throw, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Is he
You
on
need to
there?
BRB. I'm sorry.
You're not in the truck.
Oh, sorry. Let me get in the truck first.
Get in the rhombus.
Okay.
We're good now. Be right back.
To 25.
Okay. So you're able to get the spell off, and nothing adverse happens, but it doesn't work. You want to move or use your bonus action?
What can I do with a bonus? It's been a while since this boy. What can I do with bonus action? Already cast a spell.
Fuck. Oh, yeah.
No, I don't want to use that just yet. I mean, I guess I'll use one of my pulses of Undead Fortitude just to heal myself back up to full, because that would get me back up to full.
All right.
So, but that's it. That's all I can do.
Alrighty. So as Kaladin attempts to cast a spell, and the worm just rudely ignores it, and offshore, it's your turn. Malik's on deck.
Yeah, I'm not wizard. What I do? Ha.
I mean, you're currently controlling this vehicle.
Oh. Okay, I put on Ride of the Valkyries, and then I steer us opposite way of the worm. I rotate it.
Okay, so basically, this is kind of using the vehicle rules from Descent to Avernus. So you are now at the
Nice.
what's called the helm action station of this vehicle. So basically, while you're doing that, you have half cover, and basically you can use your action to drive and steer this skimmer. I need you to make another intelligence check with advantage to see if you can figure out how to drive the thing.
I'm so happy right now. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, here we go, baby! 17.
Alright, so, yeah, with guidance from the heads-up display that the key grants you, you're able to figure out, oh, that probably makes it go forward, and that probably makes it go left, and that probably makes it go right. Where do you want to direct this thing?
So, it's hovering, so I
It
guess
is
it doesn't have to rotate on an axis. I'm just gonna literally do... go left.
Okay. So, this thing has a speed of 100 feet.
Can I make it hover higher, actually?
You can if you increase the altitude, you won't get as much horizontal distance, but yeah.
How tall is that worm right now?
The top of its, or maybe like the center of its maw is maybe like 10 feet off the ground.
Oh. Alright. Diagonal ascent.
Okay, so you guys ascend that way.
Yep. Here we go, baby.
Oh, had to go off the left side of the map and not the right side where it's easy to add stuff. So I'm just gonna move all of you guys over so I can maintain the relative position.
Hi, Desi.
To the right side of the map, you're not actually any closer to the big purple tendril. So how high do you want to go?
Basically, God, I have a puppy on my balls. Basically, as high as I can go.
So, I mean, you could just go 100 feet straight up if you want.
What the fuck? You know what? I kind of want to do that. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so I don't have to move you over that way.
Shh. Hey, you disconnected me.
Alright, so... Oh god. That wasn't meant to go with you.
Guys, we're riding the lightning. We're riding the lightning.
Oh god, this is amazing.
Okay, so you guys feel like your weight increase and your stomach sink into your belly as this thing suddenly jolts upward.
Your jowls are moving.
I want, Oswald and Yahek at the back of the bed of this thing to make strength saving throws.
Oh no, what have I done? Is there no seatbelts?
There are no seatbelts. And if there are, you haven't found them yet.
Where's Ralph Nader when you need him?
Give me them strength saves!
Ozzy! I think something's with his headphones. Gil, we can't hear you!
Oh, and Yahek's also not here, so that's awkward. Well...
We can't hear you.
Still can't hear you, buddy.
Nope, still can't.
Are you connected to your phone instead of your PC?
Well, he rolled a 20, so.
Okay, so...
Can you guys hear me now?
Now we can.
Weird. Discord was showing that it was hearing me perfectly. I was asking if Kaladin wasn't still holding me, but either way, I rolled a total 20.
Alright, so you managed to hold on.
You stay with me.
Alright, and we'll just say Yahek manages to hold on as well, because it'd be kind of rude to toss him off while he's not here. So as you jolt this thing up into the air, the worm kind of roars angrily, but that's your action. Would you like to use your bonus?
What, can I do vehicular bonus actions?
This doesn't have any bonus actions, so
As a bonus action, I will cast Help on Kaladin and tell him, hit that shit. That's all.
Okay.
You gain advantage on it.
Okay. Oh, you're pretty.
Cool. All right. So Malik, it is now your turn.
I'm going to swing myself over to the side, not off. How do you do the move but not move all the way? Like,
Hold down Alt.
there we go. I would like to use my bonus action for second wind.
Okay.
So that's 1d10 plus 9. Where are my d10s? That's a d10. Ooh, 3 plus 9 is 12, so I heal 12.
Alrighty.
And then I would like to stick my hand out toward the beast and hold a chill touch if it gets closer.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Is
Sounds
Shield Touch
good.
120 feet?
It is. So
You
you
can do
could
it.
hit it if you wanted to.
I don't want to release it, and I just want to give Kaladin a look and raise my other hand to my mouth and give like a shush.
Okay.
I will just say, that was okay.
Alright, so you're holding that if it gets any closer. Yeah, heck, you back, my boy?
I'm here.
Hey! Alright, so it is your turn.
We're 100 feet up in the air.
Yeah, so Nofdra figured out how to drive the
No.
Tesla, and he took you guys like 100 feet straight up.
Okay, well, that being the case, how high is the worm off the ground?
The worm is maybe like 10 feet out of the ground, right?
Perfect. I'm gonna hex it with my bonus action, and then Eldritch Blast that motherfucker.
Do it.
Sorry, do I need to do anything for hex? I have to read.
Nope. Hex just works. So you roll an extra d6 necrotic damage whenever you hit it.
Cool. So
You do have to tell me what ability check you want it to have disadvantage on.
Hold on. Wisdom.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Okay. Cool. Then in that
So
case,
it is hexed.
and then I am going to roll for damage.
Yeah. Well, first roll to attack.
Or sorry, yeah, rolling to attack, not for damage. First one's a 13,
13 does not hit.
and the second one is also 13.
Okay, so it's a big target, but you've just been jolted into the air, and you don't quite have your footing. You fire off the Eldritch Blast. One of them strikes the sand next to it. One of them actually just kind of glances off its thick scales, but doesn't seem to do any damage.
I just smack my head and say, "Get it together, yeah, heck. Get it together."
I need pictures of Spider-Man.
Alrighty. Anything else? You good?
That's all for me.
Alrighty, Forge. You up, buddy?
I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt at it.
Alrighty. Make thy attack.
All right. Let me remember how to spell.
With your face. Do it with your face.
13 to hit.
13 still doesn't hit. So you two don't quite have your footing, and the guiding bolt just goes wide and into the sand.
Okay. And I'm gonna end my.
Alright, it is now the worm's turn.
Come get some.
Which is going to make a perception check with disadvantage to see if it can figure out where the hell you went. Because it's blind. Ooh, yeah, that's real shit.
Heck.
Okay, yeah, so it basically, like, advances to where you guys had been standing like under you guys, and just like does a big old chomp, and gets nothing, and that just kind of roars angrily. And then it's just going to use the rest of its movement to send its head up in kind of like this questing movement. It doesn't know exactly where you are, but it knows you're not on the ground anymore.
It's still terrifying to imagine.
So it used about 20 feet to get there, and it was already maybe 10 feet out of the ground, so the head of this 40 feet out of the ground, 60 feet below you, and rising up towards you. And that is its turn. Oswald?
I'm
Top of the
also-
round. You're up.
I'm also gonna cast Hex on it,
It is doubly hexed!
except I'm going to do a, let's say, Desi. Let's say I'm looking at the abilities real quick. Let's say a strength check.
Okay.
And then same thing. Eldritch Blast twice.
Do it.
Hold on.
Ralphie, did the stream go down? It's still showing the old page.
Hmm?
Did the stream go down? It's still showing the big map page, not the small map page.
18 and natural 20.
Shouldn't be. Refresh.
I did.
Both hit.
So for the 18, that is 5 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And for the natural 20, 20 points of damage. I rolled to 10.
Nice. Alright, so the first Eldritch Blast.
Oh wait, shit! Hold on, I'm sorry. I
Did you
lied.
add your
Hex
Hex
is a
damage to that?
D6, right?
Yeah.
First one add 6. Second one add 8. So
Nice.
and 13. So 41 points of damage total.
Alright, so as this giant purple worm is questing up towards you with its enormous maw, 10 feet in diameter, you fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts. The first catches it kind of in the corner of the mouth, and then the second one goes right into its gullet. Gives a kind of gurgling, terrible sound, as whatever you did to it obviously caused it a lot of pain. Cool.
I think that's the most amount of damage I've ever done with an Eldritch Blast.
And what damage it was.
Okay. And,
Yo, that was sick.
And I'm done with my turn.
Alrighty, Caladan.
Top notch, dude.
Nopjaws on deck.
Looking at everyone else, I'm gonna send 2 Eldritch Blasts down at the creature, if I can see it.
Yeah, you can if you peer over the side.
Yeah, sure. I'll send 2 superheated Quicksilver Blasts down at it.
Do it.
The first is a... God, I don't remember how to do anything. 16.
16 does not hit.
And the second is a 26.
26 does.
Okay. For a delightful 11 points of force damage. And I'm going to use my bonus action to turn towards Knopf Jordan Forge and just scream, "Get us the hells out of here."
You had advantage, by the way.
Why did I have advantage?
You had advantage on your first roll, so go ahead and re-roll that first one. Because
I cast help.
Oh, you're right. So I'll re-roll one more time for that one.
Yeah, roll for the
I
first
thought it
one.
was because it was a new round, so I don't know if it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. It would have been 18.
18 hits.
Okay, I will damage on the second then.
So, remind me of the damage on the first.
It was I rolled
11?
11.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
This is minimal. This is 5 force damage.
Okay.
I rolled another one.
Nonetheless, you're getting 2 solid hits.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to scream towards Navjor and Forge to get us the hells out of here.
I'll also say the thing is now closer to you, so Malik, if you want to use your reaction to cast that chill touch, you can.
Sure. I will loose the chill touch.
All right, roll and attack.
16. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
So that's 2d8 necrotic.
Sure is.
6 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. And it cannot regain hit points. I'll say that's chill touch. Okay. Cool. Alright, Nafjor, your turn.
As an action, I'd like to get us the hell out of here by... I'm going to do... Not as fast, I'm going to do half speed.
Okay.
Go 50 feet. Just fucking go straight, just to make it easy. So that they don't fall off. And I don't know how this works if movement and action are separate with a vehicle.
Basically, you use your action to get the vehicle to do something. So you can use your action to move it up to 100 feet.
Your action is driving.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't do...
The vehicle doesn't have independent actions. You have to use your action to control it.
Right, okay, so then I can't do something like investigate this control panel while driving.
You could do one or the other as your action.
Alright, so move 50.
Okay, which direction would you like to go?
Actually, wait, again, this is floating. It doesn't matter which direction. So I'm gonna float us tower direction.
Back towards the tower? Okay.
No, not that one.
New
The
Oh,
new
okay.
tower.
Vovar.
Southwest.
Got it. Okay.
Southwest towards Vovar.
Into the giant
Not
hole.
into the hole. This isn't Outer
All right.
Worlds.
Alright, so you move yourself, so you pilot the thing away from the tower, away from this worm that has been questing up towards you. I'll say that I'm just going to relatively move the worm that way.
Genius.
Wow, the ingenuity.
Alright, but you're still just 100 feet up. You can take a bonus action if you'd like.
Vehicle doesn't have any, and I'll just keep doing it, Callie. You have advantage.
Oh,
On a
help
next
action?
attack. The help bonus action.
Yes.
So, let me just post the basic stats of this thing for your knowledge.
I don't know what to do with all this positive reinforcement.
I've given you this before. Actually, the target of the attack has to be within 30 feet, so...
Oh, well, whatever. It's fine. The thing has a lot of hit points.
Okay. Whoa!
I take the hide action, how about that? That bonus action.
Alright, sure. You kind of duck behind the thing from the blind worm that can't see you. Okay. You succeed. Alright, Malik, your turn. Yahek's on deck.
Again, my Malik's hand starts to glow with another chill touch, and I'll hold it just in case if the worm starts to come towards us. And with my bonus action, I'll be like, let's not piss it off and just get out of here.
Alrighty. Yahek.
Yeah, I'm going to just Eldritch Blast on the way out.
So, ignoring Malik's imploring you not to piss it off further, make your attacks.
I mean, does it appear pissed off still? Like it's still chasing after us now.
It's still trying to find you. It hasn't moved its head to follow where you guys have gone.
Then, yeah, can I Eldritch Blast, like, Over. What's the range on Eldritch Blast?
It's 120 feet, and you guys are 100 feet up, so you wouldn't be able to hit the ground except
Balls.
fairly,
Okay.
fairly close to below you.
Then can I save my action?
Sure.
I'm going to do that.
What are you holding? What action are you holding and for what trigger?
For that thing springing after us again.
All right. Sounds good. Forge you up, Bubba.
Malik, I agree. And then I look for any panels that say weapon control.
Make an investigation check.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You can use your proficiency for this. Oh, I want to change the music and I didn't.
11.
Let's do... Okay, you see what you recognize as another control panel, and you know that skimmers are typically equipped with weapons, so you think that this is probably that, but you are unable on this turn to decipher how to operate it.
Can I use my bonus action to point it out to Nofjor?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I say. Nofjor, I think those are weapons.
And it's by me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically next to you. There's like another place where someone could stand and operate this other panel.
Does he, where someone else can stand?
Oh, okay, I guess I'll stand there with my movement.
Okay. Alright, it is now the angry worm's turn, which is going to take another perception check at disadvantage to try to figure out where you guys have gone.
It's blind.
It is, but it does have tremor sense. So, it does not seem to track your movement. It just, with an angry, like, kind of gathers itself for a moment and then leaps into the air. And it's going to make an athletics check. Also with disadvantage because of that other hex. So it kind of like surges another 50 feet or so out of the ground. Doesn't find anything. And then lands heavily. And then just kind of lays there still for a moment. Seemingly tired and frustrated.
Got it.
That's its turn. Oswald. Back at the top of the round.
I'm gonna do basically what everyone else is doing, where I'm just holding an Eldritch Blast if it comes towards us.
Okay. So, on initiative count 20. So, the worm is kind of lying there on the ground, hasn't yet figured out what to do with itself, seemingly tired from its effort of, like, reaching into the air. As you guys are all, like, watching it in readiness to launch your various attacks at it, except for Forge and Nofjor, who are busy trying to figure out the controls of this thing, you guys witness the following. As the worm lies there, there's kind of a bunch of like erratic tremors in the sand around it. And then this tendril of red energy, the same kind that is like coming down from the sky, like bursts out of the ground and wraps around part of the worm. Another tendril of red energy bursts from its other side, kind of like wraps around from the other side, and these tendrils kind of like wrap around it and constrict it. The worm immediately roars and begins to writhe and try to break free. And as it does, more and more tendrils burst from the sand around it. the thing's movements becoming more and more restrained and weak as it flails about. It tries to dive its head into the sand, but then the tendrils actually lift it up. There are now dozens of these strands of red energy, each maybe a foot in diameter, wrapping around this thing. They actually lift it up off the sand, and this is an enormous creature, maybe like it's 10 feet in diameter and maybe like 100 feet long. And these dozens of tendrils just lift it bodily off of the sand as it and then begin to move it back towards this big trunk of red energy here. So they move it, yeah, about that far. I'll say, for the moment, we don't need to keep following the initiative order because there's no immediate threat to you. So, as this thing gets dragged away from you by these tendrils of energy that are reaching and kind of pushing it up, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, heck. I can't do everything. You're going to need to sit on my lap and figure out some of the controls while I keep this moving.
Sorry, I couldn't find my unmute button because I was so floored by that. No! What? Why your lap? Can't I just, like, stand
There's
next
no
to you?
time. There's
No, there's time. I'm just standing next to you. I
There's
moved
no
to stand next to him. I'm finding my character. And I'm moving him next to you on this, whatever this is.
He's on Forge's lap.
You know what? I'll sit on Forge's lap.
Oh.
There are no seats, so, you know.
Okay, well, I'm just standing next to them, for reals.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue figuring out weapon controls.
I will walk into the cockpit.
It doesn't really have an enclosed cockpit,
It's
it's more
just
just
all
like
open?
an open area in the front.
Then I'm just gonna shout at them, "We need to leave now!"
I'm gonna collapse on the ground with my stub leg and just point at Malik and to say,
That's what we're doing. I can go accelerate-y.
I will grab onto any. Is there like any hand-holdy?
Yeah,
things?
but actually, like both sides of the bed of this thing have like a
Holding up for him.
a handrail or something you can grab onto.
Alright.
I'm gonna grab onto Oswald and use my weird fucking Kerrigan wings to hold on to the side.
Okay. And they actually splay large enough that you could just kind of like brace yourself against both sides of the bed if you wanted to.
That's terrifying. I'll do that.
So, now that we're out of initiative, can I do movement and checking of things?
Well, why don't you do your checking first? But yeah, sure.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
So I specifically want a seat belt or some sort of release safety holds button. Oh my god, my rolls are insane.
I didn't tell you to roll, but alright.
Oh, I thought you said make a...
I just asked what you were doing.
Oh yeah, look for hold on to thing button. Or like get a roof on, or
Like a seatbelt's on light.
yeah.
Okay,
or like a roof
roll
or
an
something.
investigation check.
Okay. Do I have to re-roll?
No, you can use that, but you can also roll with advantage, so...
Okay, well, let's see. I can't get much of an advantage here, considering that one. There you go.
There don't appear to be any seatbelts or safety mechanisms beyond the grab rail at the side of the beds.
This is a classic car. Okay. Alright, then I would be like... Oh, fuck. Still cruising then. 50 feet.
Alright, so you begin to move away
yeah.
from the tower and this captive worm.
Hold on to shit.
As you begin to move away,
Are we? Sorry.
the worm is dragged closer to this large tendril of red energy, and is like struggling furiously, but just cannot escape. What's up, Oswald?
How far are we from the edge of the not blackened sand?
Um,
Like close or far?
I'd say you're kind of, at this point, kind of in the, maybe a third of the way across the inner perimeter.
Okay, Nofjor, just don't drive over that yet, please.
Over what?
The black stuff.
Oh, we're not outside that.
No, I know, I'm saying
No, you're
just make
still
sure to
within.
stop before then.
Oh yeah, I forgot where. Yes,
Wait, stop before when?
we are in the fucking bubble of lightning sheet.
Didn't the literal top explode?
Yeah, but don't you want to test to see if it, won't kill us?
We are 100 feet in the air. We would have been fried already.
Yeah. I
mean,
feel
I
like
don't-
that's fairly
I don't know if
certain. We
that's
would have been
true.
zippity zap zoodad.
Okay. There's more things I want to do.
Alright, what do you want to do?
Okay. Is there a fucking make this an enclosed space button?
Not that you found.
Fuck.
While all this is happening, Malik is firstly grasping onto the handy hard rail to not fucking fall off the back of the truck and die. Secondly, staring at this worm being dragged into said beam with mild delight and extreme inquisition. That's not a word. He's
Inquisitiveness?
Inquisitiveness.
Yeah, he's like literally like enraptured by what's about to happen when this worm hits this beam.
Alright. I'll say just make a general perception check to see how much of the details you'll be able to take in as this happens.
Perception. What's my perception? 16.
Alright, good to know.
I'm still gonna cruise.
I'm gonna try looking for like shields or like enclosement sort of button.
Just make another intelligence check.
13.
Is that with your proficiency?
Yeah.
Okay. So you recall this kind of vehicle is a fairly utilitarian, like cargo or troop mover kind of thing. It doesn't have a lot of extra features.
Okay. Nofjor, I don't think there's shields on this thing.
Okay, I'll keep it slow then. Just everyone hold on just in case. And I'll continue 50 feet so people don't get fucking knocked.
Alright, so moving at the 50-foot speed, no one is in danger of falling off. So as you continue moving away from this worm, Malik, you watch as the tendrils, the smaller tendrils, drag this worm into the that is directly connecting the ground and the whole of the sky. And basically, it gives one last piteous roar. And then the large tendril almost kind of like splits open and unfolds and then wraps around this worm, which is then lost to your view. And the large tendril kind of steals back up. And within the next couple of seconds, the place where this worm was dragged into the thing begins to grow and enlarge, looking like some sort of like pustule or tumor, growing larger and larger.
It's not like biological, it's still like energy, right?
It appears to be made of energy, but it also reminds you of something biological, like the shape and way that it's moving and pulsing, like feels organic in a way.
It wasn't like torn asunder; it was just transformed.
What wasn't torn asunder?
Like the worm, like it was
No,
like
basically the worm was enveloped by this energy.
okay, okay, consumed by it, but not. There was no like ripping apart or like.
You didn't see it getting ripped apart or destroyed. No.
Okay.
As you guys move farther away, you get to close to the border of the inner perimeter and the lightning. And the spot in the, or this protuberance in the tendril continues to grow larger and larger. What do you guys want to do there? Yeah.
I mean, at this point, we're like 300 feet, 250.
Yeah, you're pretty far away from this thing.
I'm still cruising, then.
I will.
You're like off the map now, so.
Kaladin, do you want to throw your sword?
Do you think that's a good idea?
I mean, it's not like you're gonna lose
I
it,
throw
right?
it.
Okay, so you throw it over the lightning fields.
Yeah.
Make a strength check or dexterity check. Your choice.
I would prefer dexterity.
Do it.
12.
Okay, so you. Your slightly fancier and more menacing saber than when you got it out of lightning fields. No giant bolt of energy streaks down from the sky, and it just kind of falls into one of the chasms.
Oh, wait 6 seconds. Back in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm comfortable going through it.
I'm still trying to watch whatever interaction's happening with this worm.
Okay, you're pretty far away from it now, so
Just still trying to.
but
Can
go ahead and roll another perception check.
Disadvantage or?
No, just a regular perception check.
8.
8. Okay. So peering through all this like chaos and whatnot, you see this large tumor-like growth on this tendril burst in a flash of red light. It's hard to make out exactly what happens after that. You think you might catch a glimpse of the worm's form as it's dumped back to the ground, but it's hard to make out exactly what might have happened to it.
While watching that, I just call over my shoulder, Nafjor.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Nafjor.
What?
Nafjor, make this thing go faster.
Okay. And I put it to 11.
Wait.
I put it to 11.
Another second later, you hear from that general direction this kind of strangled, choked, higher pitch, like terrible noise that is reminiscent in some ways of the volume of the worm's roar, but fucked up. So you're driving the hell out of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you floor it, as it were. Are you flooring it, or are you still going at 50 feet?
I floor it, Malik said.
As it were. As it were.
So you floor it. Everyone having already braced themselves manages to hold on, but the thing accelerates very quickly. and you pass over the lightning fields. And as you do, you see, and from this elevated perspective, you see all sorts of weird things going on around you. You see below you a number of creatures, some of which you recognize, some of you don't, kind of surging out of the various cracks and chasms of the lightning fields. You see more of these like strange kind of enameled large creatures like you fought in that kind of revolving door puzzle room. Various voidlings, like the black darkness monsters rising out. You see other creatures that you didn't encounter. Every now and then you see like red tendrils burst from the ground to grab something or another and then draw it back. It looks pretty bad down there.
We did it.
I just, the end of Halo 1 when the Flood are all just like running. That's
when Sergeant Johnson hugs the
Spoilers.
The end of every Halo.
Yeah.
And as you guys are looking around, you see that there is a new tendril questing down from the sky in your general direction. And advancing fairly quickly.
What?
There appears to be a tendril coming down from the hole in the sky towards you.
Maybe we can GTFO faster?
I already did that. I'm already doing that.
You already did doing, dude.
Can
I feel like we're not meant to escape.
Can you dash?
Can I shoot an Eldritch Blast at the tendril? Is it within 120 feet?
It's getting there.
If we Eldritch Blast out the back of this vehicle, can we, in theory, make it go faster?
Ooh.
You can certainly try.
Because I would like to try.
I'm gonna shoot at the thing.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack. Or your 2 attacks.
Attacks, you got it. Sorry. Fuck. The first one was a 16, second one was a 18, or natural 18 plus 8.
Okay. Your Eldritch Blast streak up towards this thing. And they hit it. Roll damage.
On both?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay!
Yeah!
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Be a 7 and a 6.
Okay. Unsure of whether this had any effect on the thing. You definitely saw your Eldritch Blast connect, but it's still kind of snaking towards you.
Can we go faster? And what can we do to make this thing go faster? How can we make this thing stop?
Eldritch Blast out the back, bro.
Bring it down lower.
Everyone Eldritch Blast at the same time, right out the butt.
What if we just all Eldritch Blast the thing at the same time?
Okay, I like that idea equally.
I will ready a chill touch.
The thing appears to be gaining on you.
Okay.
What?
Everyone shoot at the same time. Everyone shoot at the same time. Right.
Shoot the thing, right?
So I'm gonna
No,
do.
well,
The thing or out the butt?
at the butt. I shot it and it didn't do anything.
I mean, you're
Okay.
just not sure if it did anything.
I'm gonna do 50 feet down, 50 feet straight.
Okay. So we'll say, for the purposes of this, that you guys are headed... rotate. You guys are headed in that direction.
Ooh.
And this
Safe to
thing...
say, yes.
This thing is maybe like that far behind you.
Oh, they're... Okay, now.
Oh no, there's
You're-
a bunch.
Yeah, that scared me.
They're anime teleporting around.
Just instant transmission.
I know,
Yeah, so
Naruto.
it's maybe like... that's a little ungenerous. It's like that. Okay. Everyone who's shooting at it, go ahead and shoot at it.
Wait, we weren't shooting at it. We were shooting at the butt.
Oh, I'm shooting at that.
I mean,
You can do
if you
both.
said it-
It's behind you.
All right.
said it, I'll do it.
Roll your attacks, Bubbas.
Double
I rolled
13s. Lucky
Rolled a
13s.
natural 1 and a natural 2, so no, I don't do dick this round.
17 to
All
hit.
right. As Nofjor takes the thing into a dive, your shots go wide.
I'm maintaining guidance on Nofjor.
Do we have to roll
Okay.
a hit or no?
Yeah. Roll the hit.
17 to hit.
Okay. Kaladin, your attacks go wide.
I rolled 2 13s.
Okay, yours go wide as well. Oswald, your 2 Ultra Blasts do strike true. And into the thing, roll damage.
13 total.
Okay. Not sure if it did anything, but
No,
I think you hit it.
Oh boy.
I'm just listening to what everyone else says. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. By the way,
Someone sent me a message. Oh, yes. Yeah, well, go ahead and just roll a d20. Okay, you don't know.
Okay.
Okay. We'll just say, thing is gaining on you slowly and does seem to be kind of tracking, vehicle's movements.
Kaladin, how fast can you fly?
I can fly. My movement speed is 60 feet.
60 feet.
I can fly 60 feet.
So you can fly as fast as this thing?
No.
I can fly not as
Ooh.
fast as this thing.
Actually,
I mean, 60
So-
plus 60 is 120.
so Hex is concentration, so yeah, if you Hex, the thing flies
Hey,
up.
Oswald, I've been hopping around with these fucking Doc Ock legs. What do you need?
Fuck, never mind. I was gonna see if it's following us or if it's following the ship.
I didn't actually hex it.
You did?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
The worm?
Yeah,
Yeah, the worm I did, not the tendril.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
wait,
It
no.
still requires concentration, so
That would have broke concentration on the fly spell you had on me.
Oh. I see what you're saying.
Nofjor,
I would have assumed the
brave
fly
or did
spell
you
was
turn at all?
not going at that point, but
It's been too long. It's
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. So, if you have any spell slots left, you could certainly try casting fly again. But
yeah, interesting thing, I don't.
all right,
Has,
Yeah, heck. You need to contact fucking Skavanok and tell him to stop this shit.
First of all, it's Skravenog.
That's what I said.
No, you said Skavanok.
Skavanok!
Can I do that, bibbity boppity, with my wand? I don't think I can just do that.
you can try.
I'm gonna try then.
Make a charisma check.
Which one is charisma? There.
the one you're probably good at.
You are right. It's a 24.
Whoa, plus 9?
24.
Skravenog, please help us.
There's a beat, and then you hear his voice in your mind just say, I've invested much in you. But know that you distract me from important work. There's kind of a flicker in the air behind you as you see just for a brief moment and almost still kind of transparent, a pair of large draconic wings. And where those wings meet, not a humanoid form, but an elongated draconic form with a fairly large, with a tail that's maybe 25, 30 feet long, a distinctly draconic head. So in this brief moment, this does not look like Navarre. This looks like the picture that's on the page I'm about to link. You are all treated to a brief vision of that.
Oh.
And
Wow.
it reaches up a hand, and you all feel this like pulse of energy, and another kind of like greenish shield, like the one that had protected you before, interposes itself between this vision of Scravenok and the tendril, which crashes against it and kind of like splinters into these lots of little bits. Scravenok turns around and says, in your mind, Yahik, keep racking them up. And then fades from view. So, this tendril that was pursuing you, having been dispersed, you don't notice any other immediate threat as you guys book it away from this tower and from the scene of all this chaos.
Did we all see?
Yeah, you all saw that brief vision for like a couple of seconds of this large draconic form manifest.
Can I glance at Kaladin? And just give him like a look.
What's up?
Just to remind him of what happened before we figured out the worm thing.
I will let go of the sides and let go of him. Oswald, I don't know what's going through your head. I don't know what's going through the heads of a lot of the people that we're running with right now, that we're risking our lives on a rather regular basis. I think it would do us a lot of good if we at least knew the motivations of the people we were working with a bit better. Yourself and myself included.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I think I know what half of them want.
I don't think I know what any of them want. I just know what I want. And I would like to make sure that it constitutes similarity with the rest.
No, just to make it clear, the look that I gave Kaladin wasn't like a menacing look. It was just more of like a look at that, remember what happened before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't threatening him, just so we're clear.
Oswald, I'm aware I've met my god, and I've talked to them. And I'm not as impressed as I hope I would have been.
There's been a lot of information in the last couple hours that we need to sort through.
Yeah. As a group, not as a part. As a group. We need to
Listen,
unpack this.
I am not the most stubborn person in this group. while we're flying,
Mhm.
is it possible to like hook a rope on the back?
Sure.
Like just in case, you know. Just in case one of us lets go or something.
You like stringing a rope across the back, or are you having it dangling off the back?
No, like stringing it across the back.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I really wanted to do, just so if in case one of us accidentally let go, at least there's something to maybe catch us. Maybe.
All right. Easy enough. As you guys fly away, this scene of terrible chaos where all sorts of bad things are happening. How do you want to proceed?
I'd like to look at Oswald and kind of look at the rest of the group.
I'd say it's not. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, please go.
I just want to say it's kind of like late afternoon now. The sun is beginning to set in the west.
I'd like to say, a lot's happened. As I hobble forward with my stump leg.
We're still going 100 feet an hour, and the wind is blowing in your face.
It's rather loud, but
I moved
your
to
leg as a
support
crutch?
Kaladin on.
It's like Saving Private Ryan, where he's like yelling because his
Also-
ears went out.
First off, for June, I need to have a couple talks. As I point to the wings that are now bursting through my semi-ineffective breastplate because they've burst through him.
I've noticed that.
I feel there's we don't have the same goal in a lot of our personal heads. And I feel like a lot of us don't know why we're doing what we're doing. When I was a slave, one of the things that got us through the nights was sharing what made us wake up in the morning, the goals we had. And sometimes they could be small, like wake up, make it through the next training session, make it through the next fight. Some of them were big, like I will win my freedom. I will sleep with whoever the fuck. I don't know. I stopped paying attention when most people said those things because they usually died after saying those things. Because they didn't pay attention. But the point is, we've all been traveling together and we've all been doing terrifying, dangerous, unimaginable things, risking our lives for each other, and we barely know who each other are. I would feel a lot better knowing better who I'm risking my life for, considering the situation I'm in. And the fact that I'm even able to have this conversation is due to many of you, and I don't even know many of you. So if you are comfortable with it while we scream through the sky and whatever the fuck this thing is, this might not be a bad time to put some cards on the sand, as it were. Is that what people say? I turned to Oswald. Is that how people say that?
That is actually what they say.
Alright, cool, yeah.
Narrator, it's not what they said.
I mean, I will start if no one else feels comfortable.
Have you ever been to a Zatar Anonymous meeting?
A what? Is that the place where you can, like, buy it, but, like, no one knows who you are?
Sure. Not sure.
Well, I mean, I've been in, uh, some back alleys wearing masks and stuff. But sometimes that I was involved, but not
Sorry,
always.
my mind just went to the dirtiest place.
Nafto, where are you from?
I'm from Neclarior.
Okay. Why did you leave Neclarior?
Well, I guess saying I was on vacation won't do it anymore, will it?
Probably not.
Oh, I, just didn't get along with family and became an actor in a traveling troupe and, just tried to avoid the whole thing.
What were you trying to avoid?
I, just...
That. Trying to avoid that.
The sirens!
Everyone ducks underneath the tinted windows.
I try to play politics, and sometimes things are more primitive and brutal, and you have to run.
Did you try to kill somebody and it didn't work out?
Well, no, but I lost, and I had to run, and I just hid myself in this acting troupe and learned my ways from there, traveling around. I can't believe I'm even saying this. Anyway, but I was, more like Hex stature.
What was that word?
Stature. More important. Not so much anymore.
Oh.
Our families are important.
Oh, it's stature.
Yes, that's what I said, stature.
Right. Sorry, I misunderstood.
So Yahek, why are you here?
Wait, hold on. Before we get there, Nofjor, you know what? Do you want to do all the basic introductions and then we'll get into what we actually want?
Sure. You're leading this as much as I am.
Never mind. Nofjor will come back to you.
Oh,
Okay.
Yahek, why are you here?
Oh. Didn't realize you were waiting for me to speak.
I felt awkward. I was just and I didn't know how to go with that.
Well, as I told the group, who consists of Malik, when we first met, back when we first met, all the way back. Wow, we've gone through some crazy stuff.
Like a week.
It's been a few weeks, maybe like a month at this point. I actually have a campaign
Hold on.
calendar.
It's had to have been more than a month because our contract ended.
True.
Okay, well, I come from a long line of magical people, and I haven't been so good at magic before. So basically, I left home to prove to my family that I can do shit on my own. Because as Nofjord mentioned, my family has stature, and want to do what's right for the people, my people, other people. And even though this group has gotten into some trouble, I feel like generally we try to do the right thing. So, just looking to do that. but most of all, prove it to my peeps that I'm capable.
Forge, why are you here?
I sit on the ground.
You're still flying? Question mark?
I mean the ground of the
Alright, the floor.
skip.
It's
Yeah,
an inertial
okay,
frame of
sure.
reference. It's fine.
Floor ground.
You just hop out of the skimmer and like.
He just fucking plummets.
Let me tell you my story.
I plug myself into an outlet and I ground myself. I use USB 3.
Pretty slow.
Alright. Heck as you know, I asked for my memories, or at least a good chunk of them, as my boon. And I only tell you this because I've made a pact with myself to become better. And I want to. And I hope that inspires some of us in this group to become better as well. I look at Malik. I say that as well.
You say that you look.
You say you look at
Yeah.
Malik.
I look at Malik.
But then you actually look at Gahic. Very confused.
Yes.
Wow.
Fuck was that?
That
that
was
good?
my brain process.
Sorry, pass some gas.
I passed some gas. When I came into... I don't believe I'm from this world. In fact, I'm led to believe I've seen many worlds. I used to serve one known as the Great Intelligence. To put into words, he was a conqueror of sorts.
Huh.
Is
And
he the one that Lyle talking about?
Let him finish. This is the. We'll get the questions.
I'm not sure. It's possible. My job when I worked for him was to infiltrate civilizations. And when the time was right, we would strike. A lot of blood would be spilled. I was known as an envoy, and we sent messages in the bloodiest way possible. It did get to me, but the Great Intelligence, you don't say no to him. He's inevitable. The thing that stands out is I think he may be coming to this world, or he's here already. And honestly, I'm not sure what side any of the gods are on. The last thing I remember is when our ships were ascending on a world, a large flaming bird-like creature appeared and attacked us. A large figure appeared to exchange words with the Great Intelligence. And after that, the bird threw me onto this world. And Honestly, I don't even trust myself. I don't even know if I'm still a part of that mission or not. Just waiting to receive orders. And I understand if you don't trust me, but at least know this. I found Shador, and I hope that lends me at least a little bit of credibility.
We'll unpack that in a second. Malik, why are you here?
Huh. Well, would you like me... Well,
I'm still looking at Malik.
You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I don't think I can answer.
Same spot I've put everyone else at this point, so...
I don't think I can answer for Malik.
Cards on the table, buddy.
You don't think you can answer for Malik? What does that mean?
Wait, if you're not Malik, who are you?
My name's Vayek. Nice
What?
to meet you all.
What?
What? I knew it the whole time.
By my guesses, that was my 1015th guess of your name.
I stopped at 2.
Hi. How can I help you?
Why are you here?
Look, I was kind of just recently thrown into this whole situation.
What?
I can tell you what I know. And... Vayek used to work for Sol Goldor. When your friend, Malik, burst into my house, disrupted my research, and took people that were dear to me. He also ended my life. And some of the things I were working on were magics. And I tried something on a necklace, which the bastard stole. And instead of me passing, I was somehow trapped in my necklace. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I now control him, which is bittersweet in a way.
Wait. Necklace? Is that the thing?
It's the same one that Forge and I tried to disperse before.
Oh shit. Is
Hey.
it still there?
No?
So, are you... You?
Hey, Malik? Vayek?
Uh-huh.
Mayak?
Not feeling that.
How long have you been... What?
I kind of wouldn't be able to tell you because a majority of my perspective was in around maybe
So,
5-6 months ago.
so the entire time I've known you, you've been Vayek?
Known who?
Malik.
This body.
No.
But
Malik.
you said 5-6 months ago.
5-6 months ago.
You
Do
took
you
over his
mean-
body 5 or 6 months ago.
No,
You had an awareness
I
of-
had an awareness of what was. I was trapped in that necklace for 5 or 6 months after
How
he came
long
in.
have you had control of this body?
As of moments ago, as of
the great big floating thing in the sky.
no,
The world.
Look, I guess my real question to you. Was it Malik or Vaic that made a deal with Skravenok?
Well, that was me, and by me I mean Vega.
Okay, Vaic. Okay. That's all I need to know.
Me too. What's up, buddy?
Nope.
Hey, same
Oswald.
boatsies.
Why are you here?
Why am I here right now?
Why are you here in this party risking your life with the rest of us?
Okay, why am I here right now? Is because I fucking died to a fucking dragon, made a fucking idiotic decision, tore a hole in the fucking sky, and now I want to fucking fix it. That is why I'm here. Now, why was I there before? Don't know, make money. But obviously the thing that gave me power before does not care about me and wants to destroy the fucking world. And I'm not okay with that. I live here.
And you're okay giving up your power to make that not happen?
If that's what it takes. If I give up my power and die, but somehow stop it, I don't care. I died already.
What a weird coincidence.
And I don't stare. Do we still see the hole in the sky?
I mean, it is receding into the distance
Okay.
behind you, but the air is clear. The thing is
Yeah.
big.
I
and
don't
gro-
like.
So yes.
I don't like stare at it, but I like glance at it, and I'm with disgust. I'm annoyed. Or, with disgust, I look at it, and then I say, "I'm annoyed at myself. It's my fault that happened. No one else's."
I strongly disagree.
Nostra's nodding like, oh, this is convenient.
But I'm also not entirely okay. And this is really what I'm asking is, what side are you guys on? Are you trying to close that hole or keep it open?
I don't know.
I need to know.
The lines are too blurred for me.
I don't think it's blurry. I think it's closed or open.
Hey, I mean, I just got back to living. I kind of want to live again. Just
Yeah, so
putting
why
that
did
out
you
there.
why did you make a deal with him? With one who wants to destroy the world?
The research that I was doing involved Skravenaw.
And what research was that?
Ways to fight him.
Why did you need to fight him?
As I said, was in Sol Goldor. I was working.
Look, Vaic, you know that saying about keep your friends close and your enemies closer?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a limit to how close you want to be to your enemy.
Hey,
If you had
what's your name again?
Vaic,
Vic. My existence has been in servitude because of how I was born. With these scales. To people of fair skin. To people who thought themselves better than me. And when I asked Skravenok to his face why this is what he willed, I was not given an answer. So very, very politely I ask you, what were you doing to fight him?
I understand your trials and tribulations are something I have no knowledge of. I was on a council of mages. There is a war happening. We were trying to brace.
The war between the Clarior and the Julian Empire?
There were more political aspects to it. I don't know. I've been dead.
Also, they aren't technically at war right now.
I've been dead for 6 months. So, I honestly can't tell you what the state of that is now, and I doubt they'll let a stranger or Malik walk in.
Do they fear Ungur too? Because that's what you are as of this moment.
We were weaponizing magic.
Could Ungur 2 wield magic?
I mean, it depends. No. Yes and no. But
Could Adonai and Dragonborn and Savasi, could they all wield magic in your...
it wasn't a group. We were mostly comprised of Adonai. I don't know what you want me to say.
The truth, because that's all I want all of us to say right now. We all need to be on the same page.
That's all I've been telling you.
But that is good then. I am on the run from my slave master, of whom I thought I died to. Oswald is on the run from a dragon. Forge is chasing memories that he now has but needs to make recompense with. Yaheg is proving himself to his family. Naftor is running away from a past he does not wish to acknowledge.
Kaladin, just to make sure I'm not running from a dragon, we killed that dragon.
What?
He didn't mention you.
Oh yeah, that dragon's dead.
Yeah, we killed that dragon.
Wait. I mean the dragon that killed you, yes. I thought you meant like the monster you were hunting from before.
No.
Sorry, I connected the wrong dots in my head.
No, it's all good. I just want to make sure we're clear.
I'm sorry,
I'm more focused on...
Chris connected the wrong dots.
Oh. No, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that you had it right. No, I was basically my story was just what happened since the caravan fight.
Gotcha. Kalina was asking like why you are doing the thing, like why you are adventuring.
Yeah, and I was answering why I'm specifically here right now because that's all that's really on my mind.
Got it. All right.
Sorry about that.
So that we are all in this, it seems, for various forms of redemption on our own personal ends. Either the act of proving ourselves or redeeming our images or revenge. In these senses, we can help each other, but we need to understand where we're going. Now, going to revive Lyle and understanding where he's from and understanding what him and his master can do. Forge, I feel, is the greatest asset to that. And I don't say that just because I desperately need him to reconnect my leg.
Although, hint, wink, wink.
Naftor, whatever item you've come across that the Faceless One refused, that you now have, is clearly a part in that. And I don't really care about your past or your vices, as long as they're controlled. We need each other to survive for now, which means we need to help each other, which means we need a clear goal And as of before, that goal was to escape here and go towards Vovar. Is that still our goal? Or are we going towards Neclarior against the Julian Empire?
I think Lyle, at least for my sake, will lead to more answers. And I think it aligns with what most of you need. If you need to fight an all-powerful entity, precursor technology can help.
Apparently, it is equal enough to whatever the Firebird is from. I'm so sorry, Malik. Remind me your new name.
Vaic.
Vaic is apparently equivocal to whatever Vaic's power is.
I believe the Firebird he's referencing is Phyrexis.
Who is Phyrexis?
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, Forge, you would know this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That was a very John Wick,
Yeah.
close the phone.
Yes.
Forge,
Yes.
can you actually tell me about Francis?
Yes, I totally could, but there's a time and a place for everything.
No, I mean, you would know of Phyrexis.
Yeah, he's one of the main deities, right?
She.
Yes. That's sorry.
Yeah,
my
I
mic
mean,
cut out. Sure.
no, I mean, you know that she is one of the most active of the Quelliar in the war against the Verasi, and that like phoenixes, which are like fiery avian things, are celestials in her service.
That's the one Malik called a bitch.
Also,
It's the
he,
one.
yeah, he did say that. I was there for that. That was not a smart move on his
she
part.
reattached Shazar,
It's the one that Nuri convinced to help reattach his arm.
gave him some extra juice in the fight against Mustafa. Then they had a falling out.
Mostly on one side, it was mostly on the Malik side.
Yeah, Malik is an asshole. Fuck that guy. Says Malik in a mildly Malik voice.
I'll need to confer with Shahdoriah about this.
So given all this, given the sword, awful complicated pasts we all have, do we all still think the best course of action to righting what we have all done is still going towards Fovar? I mean, I will be transparent. I believe Fovar and Lyle is the most immediate answer to what is in front of us.
Look, Kaladin, do you want to repair the sky?
I want to taste food, I want to breathe air, and I want to feel pain again. And if this is a step towards that, then yes. Yes,
Okay.
it is what I want.
Do you trust Skravanok?
No, I don't.
Okay. Vaic, same questions.
Do I trust Skravanok? No.
Okay. Do you want to repair the sky?
Yes?
Okay. Nafjor, same questions.
Well, I think it would be.
Because I remember a few of you guys adamantly did not want to repair the sky and adamantly trusted Skravanok.
Would you like me to say something, or you're going to keep interrupting?
There's a glare at him.
I think none of you should be trusting these people. It's pretty much their nature to lie, but they act in predictable manners, so we should be able to work within those bounds to get our own rewards from them and rise up in the ranks. That's the point.
Whose ranks do you want to rise up in? In Skravanok's ranks?
Eventually,
Why not someone
become
else?
greater than them.
I'm working on that. part, and I will tell you right now, you don't have to propose that to just a single one of them.
He is right.
Oh, I know. Don't you remember what my ask was?
Yeah, I do.
It's all about making connections. That's what we're working on here.
Okay, I guess my question for you, Nafjor, is if we find a way to repair the sky and piss Skravenok off, are you going to stop us?
He looks thoughtful for a second. You know, that was pretty inconvenient. I guess that was more for him. I don't think Skarvanok cares about that hole in itself. It was more a deal he made with the Faceless One. The Faceless One did that, I think. So I don't think he would really care if we closed it, because the deal's been made and whatever happened, happened. I don't really care. But we need to be doing other things for him too. Or at someone else in the organization.
Or we can go with the other organization and just piss the fuck out of Skravenok, because that's my vote.
We went over this. That's not how that works.
That's
I
an
think what
inconvenient.
I think what I heard from Navjor is that if we go and close this hole, that will piss off the Faceless One more than Skravenok.
Oh, I know, but I'm asking if we piss off Skravenok, is he going to stop us?
I think that's a good step one, Oswald, is closing this hole.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. Step 2 is pissing on Skravenok.
You do realize
All I'm gonna say is enough of us require, Skravenok's help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you don't. You had someone else helping you a day ago.
It was like a few weeks ago, but
I thought it was. Oh, was it?
Man, we done a lot of stuff
The other day.
the other day.
the journey from the Oasis to Chanagath took a couple weeks. So
Okay, that's fair. My bad.
All I'm saying is I don't think you can afford to piss him off. How
why
about
are you
that?
taking this so personally? It's just the price of business.
That's how I'm seeing it.
How much business will you have when the world collapses on itself?
That's true.
You guys keep bringing this up like it's something that's inevitable.
The great intellect is inevitable, and he will take everything you care about. And if your deities, your demons, whatever they may be, are working with him, that's in no one's best interest.
Unless you have a seat at the table, which is what I've been trying to do, you guys.
There's no seats. There's no tables.
Navjor, it seems the majority is looking to close this rift, whatever it is, or find an answer to it. Are you with that or against that?
Blimp. Sorry to sidetrack here. Point of clarification on this.
yeah, absolutely.
So I wish we asked him, but we brought the artifact. The task Stravenok gave us was to bring the artifact to him, the Faceless One, because he couldn't enter. And I'm trying to get a feel for, like, this was something the Faceless One wanted in exchange for X, which we don't know what X is, but the whole opening was the Faceless One's thing that he wanted. As he ascended up, like, praying, right?
Didn't the Faceless One offer to help the, I forgot the group's name.
Verasi.
Verasi.
No,
It-
he's
in your
a member of the Verasi.
No, he's
No,
not.
he wasn't.
No, the
He was a
Faceless
third
One offered
party.
to help them.
You don't know exactly what, but apparently the Verasi agreed to help the Faceless One accomplish what turned out to be the skybreaking in exchange for something, but you
Right.
don't know what that is.
Okay, so my intuition is correct then. Okay. I don't fucking care. Close the fucking hole. We did the part of the deal that we agreed to.
think we're all in agreement then. We need to find a way to close the hole. Unless anyone has any more insight than I have, which is probably most of you.
You think we could just take a break for a little bit? I mean, I've only been alive for, I don't know, maybe a couple hours, and I've almost already died again.
I've been talking to you without a leg, alright?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hold on, I get it, and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to downplay any of your thing. It's just that I kind of know what I have, and I don't want to lose it again just so quickly. Like I would like to have some wine.
Vatic, don't worry. We have at least a couple weeks of travel before we get to Vovar and die there.
We're on the way to Vovar. I think we have some time to talk.
Does anyone know how to make tea?
I'm going to crawl my way over to you, Forge.
I'm already holding you up, buddy, so...
I'd like to hold my breastplate and my leg.
And my axe.
Your stump leg.
I'd like to hold my shield forward too and say, there's some metal on this shield from whatever we came across in there. If it would help in reattaching this, I'm willing to sacrifice that.
I weigh his leg in my hands, and I think that could be facilitated.
Also, just so you know, these wings are permanent. If you're able to maybe make some slots in this adamantine breastplate I have, I can make them look like not wings. But I won't be able to wear this breastplate unless I can push the wings through them. So I would need some slots in them.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
I know I already owe you some good amount.
For the mission, I will do it. Must be done.
Alright. Thank you for letting me play therapy master through all of that.
And I'd like to say, I don't give a fuck if you're scaly or metal, purple, and fucking have giant ears. Who cares? As long as you get the job done.
Thank you, Nafjor, as I
son.
look off into nothing from wherever that voice came. Forge, would you be able to help me in any regard towards this? I know it's later off in the day.
It will take at least until tomorrow to... It's been a very strenuous life.
Indeed.
Yeah, I figured.
Like, the leg I could manage, I think, tomorrow. The slots maybe later in the day after tomorrow.
Okay. I'm at your mercy.
We'll build you into something better.
Faster.
Stronger. I have the technology.
Oh no.
Okay. As you guys proceed in the sun further westerns, casting the desert into beautiful sunset twilight. Although there's also this red source of light to the northeast that discolors the natural sunset somewhat. Nofjor, you still driving the... Or are you just kind of letting it fly forward?
I'm driving in, listening to White and Nerdy.
Alright, make a perception check for...
They see me rolling.
While all this is happening, Malik is kind of... Well, Bayek is kind of inspecting his own body.
Oh boy.
Understandable.
I've seen these videos.
And kind of like, just like rubbing his throat.
Yeah,
Didn't
he's
see
rubbing
that
his
part.
His throat.
Not that
Huh.
throat.
But
Deep
yeah,
throat.
and there is like this rough, jagged scar that just encircles your neck. That it's like itchy in a way that you can't quite scratch, and it's very annoying.
He's like a fucking meth addict. I get it. I get it.
Character bonding.
Why do
I do
wanna
drugs.
dig
I got my
holes?
head cut off. Friends forever.
We both scratch.
Why do we want to dig holes?
Anyway, so 15 was your perception check?
Yeah, it's my first bad roll.
It's still fine. You see a ways off to the south. What looks to be the flickering light of some kind of fire or torch or lamp. Several miles distant. But visible because you're pretty high up, and it's kind of in one of the hollows on the leeward side, where you guys, or similar kind of place to where you guys might also have camped. So generally shielded from view, but because you're very high, you can make this out in the shadow.
Does this have lights on it?
Nope.
Does it have a PA system?
Not that you found yet.
Okay.
I cast light on the front of the.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. It's dark.
Turn that off.
I decast.
Okay.
Anyway,
So the front of the skimmer briefly.
that was fucking weird timing because we are approaching to the south. I see some torches, something.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's still a ways off. It's hard to make out exactly what light catches your eye. So
Does this make sound?
it makes like a pretty reasonably loud humming sound.
It's not like a diesel engine.
It is not like a diesel engine, but it's not
Are
quite.
we gonna coal roll these guys?
Okay, so
Um,
should we go fucking see what that shit is?
Would we have gotten a rest prior to this?
I'd
not me.
say that your time, like on the except for Nafjor who's driving, your time on the skimmer conversing, you could have taken a short rest. You haven't taken a long rest yet.
Okay.
We're still
Short
9,
rest.
right?
You are still level 9.
I have
Oh
used.
no!
I have
Don't
used
worry.
all my hit die
I have
already.
already
so-
used all my hit die already.
I have
I
full
mean-
health.
Oh yeah, I've used all my hit die too.
I have
Uh,
spells.
Oh wait, you know what? Hey Malik, you said you were looking
Vaic.
rough, and
It's
Vaic.
Vaic.
that's what I did.
Don't,
I
please. He
I s-
literally murdered people of mine. Please don't.
Oh, you want to talk
anymore.
about murder, buddy?
No,
All right,
no.
a little bitch. I slapped him with cure wounds.
Here, take this to heal. Schmack.
Alright. Well, thanks, Gil.
Yep. Sorry.
No worries. Glad you're able to join us, and
Good night.
I imagine we'll be
Catch you
wrapping
later.
up reasonably soon.
You heal 11 Valak.
Vaic. It's Vaic.
Vaic.
I understand. I know it's all weird. It's just as weird to me as it is to you.
I do not understand. I am just a computer.
So, are you guys steering towards the light that Nafjor saw, or are you ignoring it? What do you like to do?
I'm looking at Caladan.
I think we should hover up real high and take a good long rest before we charge into anything.
Can this thing do that? Like
Is that
100%?
fuel?
Do we know anything?
I I used to know things. It hasn't been working out so well.
I think we should take some time. We've been through a lot. We need to take a moment to
I second this.
reconstitute ourselves. Whether the people below us are friendly or not. Maybe we can get close enough to see, and if they're not, we need to take a long rest up in the clouds here.
It was not long ago that wasn't there some, like, the Empire here?
Wait, yeah, no, I agree with Forge. I think we just keep going, and we just keep going.
Does this thing have fuel?
Can I remember this thing uses fuel?
And you can make an intelligence check with your proficiency.
$15.
You know that it has limited, but, or rather, finite, but large source of power. You don't know how much juice is left in the thing.
We've been pushing hard for a while, Nofjar. There is a limit to these things, though I'm not sure what it is.
Can I see a gauge?
You can make an intelligence check with advantage.
Because I'm beautiful.
Well,
but you don't know that you're beautiful, so...
That's what makes me beautiful.
it is.
Is this investigation?
Just intelligence.
You're beautiful with advantage.
Well, too bad. That's still a good roll. 18.
Okay. Given what Forge told you, you kind of look back at the console and try to suss out what the various displays and languages that you can't, in a language you can't read. It looks, and you kind of pick out something that looks like it might be some kind of charge meter, and it's at about 40%. But you don't remember where it started.
Yeah.
No, how long had we been flying for?
Say at this point, I don't know. How long do you want to have been flying for?
Well,
Probably like
Nofjar.
5 minutes.
No.
Well, we had a short
appears.
we had a short rest, right?
That's so at least an hour. You can have flown longer if you want.
All right, it's been 5 hours.
All right, so you pass the. So you're choosing not to investigate the light you saw to the south.
Yes. No investigate.
All right. We
Okay.
will skip the light.
And
Okay, so at this point,
we'll say, look, we all had run-ins with dragons in the past, and after that kind of shit show, there's no way the Empire isn't going to be there. We definitely should not be staying around to be in the area.
Well, if the Empire's in the area, they're going to be sucked up real hard by some tentacles.
Well, I don't think they'll just walk into it. I think they will look from a distance. They are pretty intelligent. I used to work for them. Thank you.
As far as I'm concerned, that's their problem. If they can close that sky themselves, they're more than welcome.
Well, they are no doubt going to try.
It's a good distraction.
Let's rest and keep pushing once we've rested.
Well, we can't rest. This has limited fuel.
Then let's set us down behind some dunes, disguise ourselves, and then let us rest.
I agree.
Forge,
Yes, Nofjar.
light this beach up and I'll take it lower. Like,
Lighting up? No, we should not.
I mean,
I mean-
the sky is still clear. The starlight is bright. You can still see the ground.
Oh. Okay.
I'd say you're at this point. It's night and there's dim light all about, so you have dark vision. You can see fine.
Okay, I'm gonna lower us
Okay.
25 feet and Or no, higher would be better. And 50 feet and look around for shelter. After we get more distance from this fucking light.
I mean, you've been going for several hours now,
I
right?
will assist with him looking for shelter.
All right. And we'll say Oswald can do this too. So, an offshore, make a survival.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Thank God. Ooh, never mind. This is a bad roll. How can it be? 8.
Oh, yikes.
Okay. This particular region of the sands that you're over seems to have been, and Oswald kind of points this out, perhaps was recently subjected to like a great, powerful windstorm or sandstorm. It's actually pretty flat. There aren't any the dunes aren't that tall, and thus the hollows in the leeward side are not that tall. So basically, anywhere you sit down would be fairly exposed to view.
No shelter yet, boys.
But as you are looking around, Forge and Nofjor, with your very high passive perceptions, there's a flicker of movement that catches your eyes to the east. As you presumably both look in that direction, you see what looks like several very bright stars close to the eastern horizon. Moving, kind of like when you look up at the stars and you see a satellite. It's a group of maybe 6 of them. Hard to tell exactly how many, but they're moving slowly across the horizon.
Stars.
Did anyone else see that?
Wait, this looks very familiar, actually.
See what?
If you point it out,
I point real
point.
hard.
I point with my fingers.
okay. As they direct your attention in that direction, for some of you it takes a moment, but the movement in the otherwise very still desert night sky, you all see this. Looks like small grouping of fairly faint stars on the eastern horizon, just moving north. It must be whatever it is. Seems to be very far away or very small, but
This looks familiar, right? This is
Phoenixes.
Yes, that's Phoenix's.
seems like a reasonable deduction.
Well, looks like your ex is after you.
My ex?
Yeah, your ex.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Hex.
She's dead.
Your Malik refused her at a pivotal point.
I could care less what that asshole has been up to.
Well,
That's great. It's now pulling multiple phoenixes towards us.
They don't seem to be coming our direction.
Some multiple Phoenix Phenai.
Phoenixes.
Yeah, they seem to be moving north, and yeah,
Is north towards Charnagoth?
it would be.
Okay.
As I said, they're going to investigate.
Listen, Vanek. Yes, what I said. We may need the phoenixes in the future.
Sure. What can I help you with that?
Well, you said they're assholes, so.
Wait, who are assholes?
Is that not what you said? Or are you talking about Malik?
I said Malik. Malik is.
Oh, I
asshole.
am so sorry. My old age. I'm so sorry. So yeah, your ex.
No, I.
I think we should all take a rest soon. Maybe continue all of this in the morning.
I agree.
Yeah, in the state we're in, there's not much I think we can do.
Oh, I don't even have any of my magic. Damn.
Same.
You looking to set down here in this region of fairly flat?
Seems like that's our option.
Can I make a survival check to see if I can find better?
Sure.
Can I also? I don't know.
You can give him advantage.
Yeah, I'll give him advantage.
Thank you, God, because that was a natural one.
Woo!
Oh, and that's a 3 for a total of 9.
Hey, it's better than 1.
I mean, with your fairly keen senses, this like bright desert night, you look around and it doesn't look like the topography of the sand changes appreciably and within visible range in any direction.
So it's all flat by us, so there's still dunes.
I mean, there's still dunes and waves in the sand. They're just fairly, so wherever you sit down, like, isn't going to have that much cover from things that might be farther away. But.
Gotcha. So then I'll just suggest we kind of tuck into a dune, and that's about as best as it'll get for now. Does anybody have anything that... Do we have any blankets or anything we could put over and maybe put more sand on top of to hide bury us a little bit?
We are not that so luxuriously equipped.
I have 2 blankets.
Sand is a great insulator.
Didn't we have those? No, didn't we have those tents?
We have the tents.
You have those 3 like storm shelter tents, which are super heavy, rugged, and small.
We also have
Could we
desert robes.
take them apart and just use that to cover the skiff?
Make an investigation check.
An investigation. That's a 16.
Looking over the as you guys retrieve the bag of holding, the skiff is large and the tents are small. You might be able to cover most of the skimmer with, if you like, cut up the tent fabric and laid it over it. But you aren't convinced that
It's gonna
it
fully
would
cover it.
convincingly hide it. So you could try, but
I don't.
seems like a
Maybe.
hard maybe.
Well, I mean, we can destroy the
Is
tents and try to cover it, or we can. Keep
Is it
the
possible to set up the tent in a way where the sand buries most of it and
The tent?
obscures it?
The tent, yes.
But where like we set up the tent in the bed of that truck.
The issues, they'd see the truck then.
Well, what I'm saying is we obscure the truck with the sand, and
I think
the
that's
tent is
what
like.
I was asking.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, you could cut up the tents to like cover the thing, and they're a more natural color. You could try to bury the large vehicle with sand, which you could eventually do, but it would take a lot of work, and if it gets windy, then it'll blow it off. So.
I feel like we're thinking too much. I think we just need a rest.
You know what? I agree. Sometimes thinking too much is to our own detriment.
Does anybody want to take first watch? I will volunteer to take.
I'll take first watch as well.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys set the skimmer down and power it off. begin setting up your tents. Malik, or excuse me, Vaic, Forge.
You gotta change your name.
It's
in the,
Phallic, sorry.
I have to
Roll
make
20.
new graphics.
Stay up to watch.
Technically there.
As after perhaps the longest day in any of your lives to date, those of you who wish to settle in for a well-earned night's rest are free to do so.
Yeah, I just need 4 hours. I'm an elf, bitches.
This is
I
true.
need 0 hours, bitch.
Let's say, does anyone want to do anything before they pass out, or just passing out?
Passing out.
Before I take my watch, I go to Kaladin and I say, draw up plans for what you want. I'll be ready.
I'll do my best, but I just don't want to be a monster forever.
I think what's happened to you has made you a beacon of hope against monstrosities. I think the way that you live your life is going to outshine how you see yourself.
I'll give you some ideas in the morning.
I'll see you then. He'll stride away.
Hey, Forge.
Oh, Dndnaturalfun.
Did we... I don't remember. Do we still have the cracked power source?
If we have it, it's in the bag of holding.
You guys installed it in the receptacle at the top of the tower.
That's
have
kind of
correct.
expected.
So we have the good one still, right?
The good one you installed in the bottom of the tower and did not reclaim.
Shit. Oh, so Lyle is out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, Forge, if you could, when we get to the tower, redirect or something the energy left in it to Lyle.
That sounds very painful for me, Notjar.
You think about it. I don't. Do you even feel pain?
Yes.
Really?
Existentially and philosophically, yeah.
Okay. In any case, if you can figure out a way to get Lyle back up with what we have stored in the vehicle, you should probably do that.
Yes, probably. If you can phrase it in a way that benefits me. Sorry, I'm just learning so much about our culture from you.
I thus awkwardly walk away, mildly confused. Just give up. And meditate.
I out-meditate him over by Vaic?
Bayek.
Veiny?
Yes.
It's Bayek.
Alright, both of you guys on watch, make perception checks, please.
Please, I need this to be my highest roll of the night.
20 non-natural.
Okay.
13. Wow, that's the highest I've rolled.
Yikes.
I've never rolled higher than 15.
Okay. The night is still calm, beautiful, except perhaps for the smudge of red light to the northeast that every now and then catches your eye, and you just know what it is, although it's indistinct from this distance. Forge, you don't notice anything in particular apart from that. Malik, Vic, there's a moment where, as you're staring off, that experience a sudden moment of vertigo, and you blink and shake your head, and as your eyes reopen, you are under a different sky, and the sand below you has turned to what feel and look like tiny little beads of black glass. A dancing aurora, all sorts of different colors of light, flickers above your head. And you have a moment to take in this strange sight before you start to sink into this what looks to be, to every side, the sea of glass-like beads. And as you sink and the beads almost reach your mouth, your head kind of turns as you struggle to gain. Well, do you struggle to keep afloat?
No.
Or do you just let yourself sink?
I go.
Okay. So in the last moment before your eyes go under, you see far to the north what looks like an enormous figure, only vaguely defined against the starless sky. Its features hard to make out, but the thing has elongated proportions and seems to have some kind of hooded face, although it's not quite clear what the hood is made of. Focusing intently on something lit by some great red glow from below. And you have the briefest moment where you see, a surge of familiar, red tendrils surging towards it. And then you go under and blink again, and you're back where you were standing.
I look over to Forge. Quiet night, huh?
This weather.
It's nice to feel it on my skin again, you know?
I wouldn't know the feeling.
I almost forgot it.
Well, if anything, it's nice to not be in danger for once.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, knock on.
There's no wood anywhere.
Oh my god!
Take the Tesla and go.
Alright, so the rest of your watch passes without event. Who's taking the second watch? Unless you wanted to do anything else.
Is a watch 2 hours?
It's however long you want, but typically 4.
Alright, then I'm awake.
I guess I'm awake too, so
Not that I need it, because I'm at full health.
Alright, who's up next?
I guess it's me and Naftor.
Who's on first?
I mean, Foliage too, he doesn't fucking sleep.
I require some amount of hours.
It's time for these old bones to hit the hay. Ooh.
I pick up Nafjor
Oh no.
and I say, "Watch thing," and I set him down and I pat him on the head.
I am still mildly confused and just sit there like an animal that's been caught, just like hoping the predator goes away. I'm like sitting on top of the vehicle.
The only thing I want to say, unless Naftor says anything to me, is just thank you for sharing.
I pull out my bag of infinite Zaatar.
Are you sure this is the time for that?
You can see my hand slightly shaking.
I just want you to know that this is your choice.
Just shake my head. And go somewhere where he can't see me. Do some lines.
Alright.
Should I roll?
Yeah, make a constitution save.
Ooh, that's a bad roll.
Ooh.
You hear a plop in the distance. Not again. Not
When
again.
When you go low, you go low.
It's not a
Yeah.
double OD like last time.
No, but yeah, basically, you don't gain any benefit and feel the need to do more.
Fuck. Fuck.
It's not enough.
I take a second, set out, second line. Chop it with my dagger +1.
Can I walk up to him?
No, you can't see me. I'm hiding.
Make a spell check.
You can see where he went. Especially with your super dark vision.
You sound like such an addict right now. You can't see me. I'm hiding.
This is perfect.
I'm gonna walk up to him, and tap him on the shoulder. I'm gonna cast Friends.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, no, no, I'm not. I'm gonna cast Dominate Monster.
Oh my god.
Oh, make a wisdom save.
Oh, I better fucking beat this mother,
You get inspiration.
mother bitch. 7.
Oh yeah, you fail.
So it's only for the next minute, but all you hear in my ears from me is just, "You're better than this."
And by Jove, no, sure. Oh, sorry, go on.
Take a walk. Come back to me. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to like me. You're better than this. That's it.
I start walking. Do. This reminds me of Birthright, minus the drugs. So I did the same thing.
We need some more camels.
Alright,
What
just...
does that mean? You did the same thing.
I didn't get
Went for a
dominated.
walk in the desert? Or you were dominated
yeah,
by a
which
dragon lord?
Yeah, like which part of
Like,
it?
Alright,
what?
minus most of that. Just the one in the desert part.
Just the worm.
Alright, so... Yep, that seems like pretty great advice. So yeah, you go and take your walk and come back to him. Then the effects of the spell wear off.
And then I don't even look at him and I get up and I try hiding.
It's gonna be real easy. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Just kind of curls up by the side of the skimmer, and you just look at him.
And I go to the other side.
He's on the other side of the skimmer.
He's at the ventilation shaft. Alright, and I try again.
Alright, roll another Constitution save. Unless, Kaladin, you're going to try to stop him.
Man, this is getting bad now. As soon as the addiction kicks in.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Hold Monster.
Oh man.
Oh no! I rolled!
Alright, well, let's see if you get to do it. Roll a Wisdom save.
Oh, God damn it. 5 again.
Alright, so you gotta do the next line and...
You are paralyzed.
Yep.
I'm just gonna look at him.
The wind's like blowing it away.
Yeah, the
My
face
eyeballs.
freezes.
I'm just gonna walk in front of him and say, I remember when I met you. And you were what caused the similarity to die. Because you walked outside of their range. That's why we had to run, and my Sinville had to cover for us. I'm not gonna judge you. I've seen this before in many people in Golkis. You have done amazing things with this stupid band of fuck-ups, as you have heard with all of us. Do you want to be better than that? That keeps you behind these stupid band of fuck-ups that are so much more powerful than you and I. And I will let the spell go and I'll walk away. And I'll let him do whatever he wants to do.
When he's out of sight, I just... in his head, or out muttering a bit, he's like, won't let that scaly fuck get to me. His hands are still fucking... They're shaking pretty hard now. Okay, just one more. Just one more, it's the last one. Okay. And I'm gonna pop out the last one from the infinite bag. I'm gonna try it.
Okay, make a Constitution save.
God. 6.
Alright. There's a moment of euphoria and bliss. It's like, yes, this is what you've been looking for. This is what you've needed after this day. And then your body goes stiff. And you just... face first into the sand. You are paralyzed for the next 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yep. Caladan, you hear a faint.
8 hours. Holy shit.
That's like 6 games, dude. The fuck?
That's some
I will-
serious drugs.
I will summon my sword and run along the top of his forearm to see if he reacts at all.
Do you throw your
Into the lightning.
Make a medicine check.
Oh god, I put my dice away. Oh god.
I
just
thought we were gonna
pick-
stop, but then this got real heavy, so
Pick the first number that pops into your head.
69.
Oh, that's
Shit.
not
God
good.
damn it.
Not good.
Who else said it?
I did.
That's a 4.
What a heck.
It was his forearm. I was running it across his forearm. Is what
yeah, I know. You don't notice any response or reaction. He's just kind of like face down there.
I'm gonna slam the sword next to his face and neck into the sand. I'm just gonna leave it there for the rest of the night.
Okay.
For him to wake up to next to.
Okay. And after you see this, you just can't do anything about it as the sword goes.
Oh, he's paralyzed conscious. I didn't realize.
Yeah, he's after you are conscious. You feel this thing running along your arm. You can't move.
And all you hear is Kaladin muttering, I wanted so much better from you. As the sword slams into the sand and he walks away.
Damn.
Shit.
Daddy Longlegs is disappointed.
As you wing scuttle away from him.
Yeah, because I still don't have a fucking leg, so I nightmare scuttle away from it.
Fucking crawl on your back.
I'm disappointed, son.
Also, I didn't not have to have a fucking panic attack over the fact that my leg still isn't connected, and this entire time has been fine.
I mean, you've been tripoding for a while. I think you're pretty used.
Tripoding.
So, given that, Caladan, make a perception check for the rest of your watch.
Oh, good.
with Vantage.
With perspective.
That's a natural 20.
My god.
Phyrexis Bay, here
which is,
she comes.
I mean, if you want the true total, it's a 19.
Yeah, but a natural 20 is a natural 20, so... You nightmare scuttle away and leave Novjord to his own consequences and stare off into the calm desert night. And nothing over the course of the next couple hours, there's nothing that strikes you as a threat. You don't notice any more strange movements in the sky, apart from the menacing red glow to the northeast, which you realize has gotten appreciably brighter over the past couple of hours. And then you notice, only because you so still and just trying to focus on your surroundings to distance yourself from the conflicting emotions within. The wind changes direction and begins blowing from the southwest towards northeast from whence you came. And you spent enough time in the desert to feel that something about this change doesn't feel normal, and the wind speed picks up little by little. Little flurries or gusts of sand begin to off the tops of the little dunes, kind of towards the northeast. It doesn't pick up to like a gale speed or anything, but it becomes a stiff breeze. And there's just something about it that feels strange.
I'll walk over to the inert corpse of Noftur.
Corpse. That doesn't count. What?
I just absentmindly relay all of this under my breath. As I'm looking off towards the direction we came from. Wind's turning. Back from where we came. It's not a good wind. It's not a right wind. It's something we did. I don't know what. And that's it.
Alright. The rest of the night passes without interruption or issue. The wind doesn't get much stronger, but it does get a little faster. As you all, due to the number of you who don't require that much sleep, gain the full benefits of a long rest. And as the sun begins to rise, the next day will be yours when we wake up next time.